Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the voice of the people. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
He got a country behind him. A country.
Shane Mosley would be a hot fight.
And we know Mexicans been dominating. We know Mexicans and black fighters has been dominating for years. And you always get your biggest fight when you match the two together.
Muchos querían que tú no tomaras esta pelea frente a Irlanda y Lara del campamento tuyo. ¿Tú lo pelearías otra vez con él? Cuando te enseñe a pelear, te doy la revancha. When he learns how to fight, then I'll give him the rematch.
Now I want to ask you another question.
Go ahead.
Who's beating me?
Nobody's beaten you yet.
That's all I want to know.
So why pick a guy 2 weight classes lighter?
That's all I want to.
When you have a guy's got feet like Pacquiao, you have to point the gun. If I got the height, I have to come here, see? Now you have to get this. You have to get the first line of defense. And then you have to get the second line of defense, right? And here's the third line of defense. I got 3 lines of defense. Now Pacquiao wants to hop all over the ring. You just keep it pointed. No matter where he goes, you just keep it pointed. And you're going to find him doing just like that. If he's disciplined, stay right over here.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. Today is going to be your Saul Canelo Alvarez versus Julio Cesar Chavez post-fight show, along with a bunch of news and notes and some very important information. It's going to have a lot of you guys happy. If you don't know the news, just sit tight, lock in. Boxing Voice got you covered with everything hot in boxing from all places here in the globe. Let me head on out, obviously, to my co-hosts in the Golden State so that we can go back and forth with all this good stuff, right? It was a good HBO pay-per-view, man. Let's head on out to the Hipster and get his thoughts.
Dollar DiBiase production.
This is a beautiful performance against a very tough guy in Michael Johnson. How do you feel about it?
Fuck that. Conor McGregor.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
You know me, Larry. From a wicked entrance, from a flip over the rock into a knockout. When the main thing is, I just help the guy. I wish.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
Yes, the Hipsters here. Haters beware. And before we really delve into everything that happened yesterday, and there was a bunch to get into, just a quick note of remembrance. 10 years ago today, Diego Corrales passed away due to a horrific accident. So just a quick remembrance of him, quick, moment of silence, for all of us listening right now. Because that guy, he was something in the mid-2000s to all of us that watched the sport.
Got a 10 count if you want it.
Yeah, give it to him.
Oh. Hippity Hipster, you're not going to pick up where you left off?
And then, obviously, we're going to move past that because we all remember him and all remember those great fights he gave us. But we have an amazing fight, possibly the best fight that boxing can make right now. Official, September. I'm stoked. Obviously, we had the fight yesterday, and I know people are probably going to gloss over it, and I am too. But, man, I'm hyped. It's a good time to be a boxing fan. 2017, what up?
How could you not be? Doomy Doomsday in the Garden State. What's going on, brother?
What's going on, brother? TBV fam. I'm over here, just hearing all this excitement about the Triple G and Canelo. But we're going to talk about this Canelo and Chavez fight, man. I don't know what we thought it was going to be and what it turned out to be.
Well, you mean what you thought it was going to be. You go ahead and go up first. Dave Chavez a shot. You picked them. Let me serve you a plate of crow. It is Sunday, ladies and gentlemen, and Sunday is
oh man.
So talk to us. How disappointed were you?
I'm super disappointed. I mean, like you guys heard what I was saying. Everybody knows this talking that was coming out of my mouth. I really thought that the kid really changed up. The Nacho Bernstein training him made a difference. I really thought that he was going to clean up the name, man. And he froze up. He froze up pretty bad, man. And I'm disappointed. Yeah, Triple G. Yeah, that's the fight that everybody wants to see. And you know what? A lot of people were talking about the, it was set up like that, but.
Oh, Doomsday, you're all over the place. What if there's a lonely listener in Alaska or Australia or Singapore or China? God knows where these people listen from, and they didn't get to see this pay-per-view. You got to paint a picture.
You know what? You're right. Let me
do this. Here we go. Let me take all these listeners to a time a couple of hours ago where a young Mexican boy who probably was ridiculed coming up because he didn't look quite like everyone else in his neighborhood. He had this red, shiny hair, and people probably made fun of him. All sorts of things probably were said to him coming up, And then you have another kid, son of a legend. Many probably think he had a silver spoon in his mouth. A lot probably feel, that he is spoiled. Maybe that he's disobedient. Maybe that that fruit has fallen very far from the tree. But there's also another story for Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. One where he also was ridiculed as a child coming up, where he was told time and time again he could never fill the shoes of his father. And, he sold us all a dream. Doomy Doomsday's not the only victim, Matt. Many believed that this was that pivotal moment necessary in Julio Cesar Chavez's career that was going to change everything around. The fact that not just his father's name, but his name this time was on the line because it was Mexico versus Mexico. You had Canelo, who was self-made. Like, I am telling you right now, you have to be watching out right now for Julio Cesar Chavez. I want his family to keep him close because who knows? I mean, listen, Canelo put on a shellacking. I can't find a round. I went back and watched it twice. I couldn't find a round to give.
I feel bad for you for having to watch that fight twice.
I felt bad for for Chavez, because that round where Canelo just laid on the ropes and, I was just waiting for Canelo to say, come on, let's fight, because you usually see Mexicans say that. He didn't do that, so at least we know he has a heart. He has compassion. He was sympathetic, I swear, because he could have egged on Chavez. Chavez was keeping his hands at home. He did not want to throw, and every time he threw, Canelo punished him. Now, I've had a couple of hours to sleep, obviously, Matt, and I haven't decided if Canelo has power at this division or not yet. Is Canelo beating? Because we're so quick to believe that only Triple G is capable of giving out ass whoopings. We're so quick to think that Triple G is the only one capable of carrying a fighter.
He's just the one that could finish a fight with one punch.
Name a fighter that he finished with one punch, maybe outside of Nobuhiro Ishida, which I don't think was one punch anyway. Triple G hits you with a cumulative punishment, but that's not the point. My point is, maybe Canelo carried Chavez yesterday.
No, I don't believe that.
Maybe Canelo wanted to punish Chavez for all the talk, for all the shit, for saying he was going to knock him out. Maybe he didn't try to knock him out. Maybe he wanted to give him the beating that he gave him. Maybe he wanted to disfigure his face the way that he did. Maybe he wanted to show Triple G, who was in the stands, hey, I can do it too.
No, I think it was Canelo going, I'm doing X, Y, and Z, and Chavez is doing 0. I'm going to keep doing X, Y, and Z. I only keep doing all these other letters of the alphabet.
I don't know. You sound like a hater, because what I
saw, I'm not being a hater. I think
Saul Canelo Alvarez that the public likes to say gasses out. that the public likes to say, I don't know, fights in spurts. You know, oh, Ness, he takes half the round off. Well, I didn't see him taking no fucking round off yesterday.
He didn't sit down on the stool. And any in between of the round.
Now, let me tell you about that. He didn't sit down in the stool, ladies and gentlemen. Now, here's where it gets funny, right? They both started off this way. First round, they both macho. We're not sitting down. And quickly fucking Chavez again lets us down and sat down first. He might as well gave up the fight right then and there.
Let who down? I mean, like, other than Doomsday on this panel and Enrique, who's not here right now, I mean, we all know what Chavez is. The guy has 50 fights. What fighter in the history of the sport has had a career-changing fight at the 50-fight mark?
Yeah,
I can't name one.
What other fighter has had all the stars aligned like last night was for them? What other fighter was?
But he was still the B-side, still the lesser technical skilled boxer. What do you mean the stars align? He got positioned there to get paid some money and get beat up for 12 rounds.
In your opinion, but that name put him in position.
There's a reason they had the Triple G fight scheduled, because they knew what Chavez was.
Absolutely. It doesn't mean that he did not have the opportunity to erase his past.
But at his stage in his career, he was never going to do that. He was never going to do that.
Well, obviously, because the skill. I mean, the skill. And to be quite honest, we're not even sure. He didn't let his hands go, Matt.
Exactly.
So we can't really say that it's because of the skill. He didn't let his hands go. Yes, maybe he was afraid to let his hands go because he was getting his ass hit a lot.
Every time Chavez has faced a far superior boxer, he shows up like that. Look at the Sergio Martinez fight. Come on.
I don't know what game plan
of that fight. Sergio Martinez did exactly what Canelo did. Exactly.
Well, the game plan, I don't know what game plan Nacho Bernstein and their camp set up to do, but you know, if they were planning on fighting him like that, backing up on the back foot, and I don't know when they were. I mean, I'm pretty sure I heard the corner. Yeah.
You know that wasn't the game plan. You heard the corner. They were imploring him. I went back and watched it a second time just to be clear. The corner was like, Chavez, come on. You got to let your hands
But you know that Chavez at the end of the fight said that was what they had instructed him to do.
My friend, he was lying.
Come on.
Spanish? You know, I heard Chavez in there saying no.
I don't know Spanish, and I know that was a bullshit excuse.
No, I mean, the game plan might have been the box out, but I mean, I know that when he went to the corner, yeah, definitely the corner was telling him, let your hands go. They had las manos ir. They was telling him, they was urging him to let his hands go.
He was in that corner talking about, no, I'm letting him get confidence. I'm like, what the fuck am I listening to, bro? This guy's going crazy. Look at these punch stats, okay? Look at and you know, this is the worst part. See, this is why matchmaking is so important. Right, because this is the last fight on our minds, and obviously with everything that took place after this fight, which we haven't even gotten there. But you could only use these stats and this performance and think, what would he do?
I hadn't seen the stats.
X. Well, the stats are in front of you, my friend.
I know.
104 punches thrown for Saul Canelo Alvarez, and 228 of those punches landed. He was landing at a connect percentage of 7.7%, bro.
The jab dominated.
15 jabs. He landed, what, 1.1 something jabs per round.
Well, you're saying Chavez. Be clear.
Yeah. Sorry, Chavez. Yeah. I mean, he was just outboxed for 12 rounds. Like, it's that simple. It was a showcase. And if Chavez wasn't the tough son of a bitch that he is, he would have been knocked out eventually.
But he didn't show toughness. Fuck that. Just because he's got a hard chin, we're not going to give him tough anymore, because tough means you got heart. Tough means you bite the fuck down.
You're arguing semantics.
You do something. You know what I'm saying? Like no, because I'm upset that Canelo gave him opportunities. Canelo knew we would be upset. He's seen it. The crowd was booing, and he laid on the ropes numerous times, giving Chavez the opportunity to build some sort of confidence, but he still wouldn't take it. He was like a little puppy that you beat with newspaper for peeing on your fucking carpet, man. But Oscar De La Hoya, the saint that he is, you know, he knew what he was doing. They knew what we wanted. They heard us. They knew we could not continue to allow Canelo to feast on this lower level opposition. And there could only be one. And Oscar, being a man of his word, has made that fight official for September 16th. Put it in your calendars, ladies and gentlemen. I think we're having a TBV appreciation party.
Guys, you need show, you need amazing show, just call me. I'm staying here. I'm ready for everybody.
You're damn right he's ready. He didn't take the fight in June with Billy Joe Saunders. We criticized him. We guessed. We wondered. We played matchmaker, promoter, everything all in once.
We played
wondering would Canelo all of a sudden maybe go with Lemieux and do a pay-per-view on the side. We questioned Canelo.
Okay. No,
well, that's too long. That was the touch your balls comment, but it's all in Spanish.
Very quickly before we go to Enrique, because he just jumped on, I want to make a quick point. For anyone that says this fight was fixed, get the fuck out of here. Do not call into the show. There's no shred of evidence, okay? And if we call this fight a fixed fight, then we have to call Andre Ward, Alexander Brand a fixed fight. We have to call Andre Ward, Solomon Barrera a fixed fight. We have to call Sergey Kovalev.
But Matt, let them call in. Let them call in and
if you call in, I'm gonna clown your fucking ass. I'm just gonna.
No, you can't clown them. You can't. You have to let them have their opportunity to explain to us logically how they believe this fight was fixed.
It's debatable.
No, it's not debatable. It's not.
Let's see if Casual can do that. It's properly introduce Mr. Enrique Late Ass Church.
What's up, man? Yeah, I just want to say I saw fight too.
Stay focused, stay working my dad. Boxing voice.
Listen, if he comes to fight, then I'm going to this part of my.
I saw the fight too.
I think you accurate.
Hey, good evening, everyone. I'm looking forward to the callers who only saw the fight one time, like I did. I haven't repeatedly seen it. So what's left in my mind is that Canelo Chavez devastated a fighter like Ness is calling him a dog that got hit with the newspaper reprimanded and had no answers. Yeah, that's what happened. I can see somebody saying it's fixed because Chavez did not let go his hand. Maybe it wasn't fixed by way of the boxing sanction and everybody who creates the fight. But in Chavez's head, you know, he's like, yo, fuck it, I'm gonna get the check of my life. You know, I think he's living happily ever after this fight.
So he went in there and 8 punches for 12 rounds, didn't quit in between. So just to take a check.
He went in there with,
and by the way, that's not fixing a fight.
Okay,
just so you know, that's not what the technical term for fixing a fight is.
No, but I did not say fixed by that, but fixed mindset of Chavez Jr. that he's going to go in there, and if he does not have an answer, then, you know, at least I got paid. The bottom line is this, right? I only saw the fight once, and I'm only thinking about one thing after the most memorable part of the whole show last night. Obviously, is Triple G. Canelo versus Chavez Jr. is comparable to Triple G versus, or comparable to Triple G versus Daniel Jacobs in the sizable sense. So who got the benefit out of that? It's Triple G, I would say. I think that the A side is Canelo. I mean, these are just these thoughts that just went by me afterwards, after the fight, not being able to see the fight a second time. Canelo is the A side, obviously, because he has the bigger machine behind him. But I think Canelo has to work harder. I think Triple G has to work less. Last night, I'm not saying fixed by law, you know, by corruption, but the mindset of Chavez, he did not let his hands go. Why? Well, he didn't want to take a risk. He didn't want to get hurt. He was there for one thing, A plan only, and that A plan didn't work. And he just stood there. There was no other plans because, you know, we saw nothing after. You close your eyes, you wake back up, same as round one. But one thing that I do question is, you know, somebody just mentioned, it might have been Nestor, Canelo giving Chavez opportunity, leaning on the ropes, going to the center of the ring, putting his hands down. Yo, boxing is different, man. Klitschko did not give Joshua opportunity, but opportunity came because he took it. He went in when the bell rang. He said he ain't expecting this. Boom, turned up, and Klitschko fell down in the 5th round. I thought that was going to eventually happen in this fight, and it did not. So a little bit of disappointed towards all the hardcore fans who made the prediction saying this is going to be a knockout fight, and we did not see a knockout get produced by fighter.
Well, you know what it is, Enrique?
What is it?
Those callers that we have probably aren't as educated as they want to believe. The callers that use the Throwdown Fantasy app, 43% of them predicted that this fight would go to distance. You know, I really thought that Canelo would get a knockout. So I'm definitely not part of that intelligent 43%. You know, so it is funny. At least almost 80% of the world predicted that Canelo would win the fight, right? You know.
Yes.
But it is interesting that many people, that's almost 50%. You know, 43 is damn near 50, you know, and for almost half of the people to believe that Canelo would not knock him out and that the fight would go the distance, I'm a little shocked because I thought for sure. Didn't you think it would end in stoppage?
Yes, I did.
And I did as well.
That's why we're questioning, Enrique. You came on late. We're wondering, did Canelo do a Triple G? Did he do a Triple G and
carry his fighter?
Carry his fighter.
You're serious?
You're serious? I don't want to believe that. I think that a knockout is way more impressive than carrying a fighter. And then I don't even believe these numbers unless these numbers were aired out before the fight. So are these numbers the truth before the fight?
Well, they're obviously the truth. CompuBox.
I mean, people question CompuBox all the time.
Well,
they question CompuBox like punch
These
aren't punch stats. These are polls. These are internet polls.
I understand what polls are. You know, Donald Trump won the poll. He lost the poll, but he won. But so I'm just trying to figure out what
politician on the show today.
But even anecdotally, when I was watching the fight, around half the people in the room thought it was going to go decision.
Oh, really? Oh, well, yeah. By what round? By round 9?
Decision is 12.
Decision is 12.
No, but I'm saying by round 9, they're saying, oh, this is going.
No, before the fight started, Enrique. I know you're a Canelo hater. Relax. I know you picked Chavez to win.
I'm trying to pick Canelo over Triple G. You did pick Chavez.
And maybe you need some crow and to humble you a little bit. Calm you down.
He does. Did he get any? He didn't get any.
I'll take
no. You try to avoid that.
I don't get crow much, but when I get it,
you don't get crow because you don't show. Listen, let's move on. Let's move on because we got to get into the Canelo and the Triple G. Details are September 16th, Saturday, HBO pay-per-view. There was a Anthony Joshua, Vladimir Vitali, UK, Germany based type introduction for Triple G. Max Kellerman is on the stage and he's asking Canelo, how great he did and all this funny stuff he's asking and telling and everything. And then all of a sudden it's like, yo, so who's your next fight? And Canelo made it great for me. I know that the people are like, oh, it was WWE, but the fact that he went English, when he probably heard the show and how we were laughing that Chavez went full-blown English and we wanted, Canelo to say a little something. And, he did. He was like, Triple G, you are next. You know what I like when I went back and heard it the second time too, Matt? He said, Triple G, where are you? You don't remember that part? He fucking said, where are you? Right before they brought him out. I was, I love it. WWE, I don't care. WWE is too fucking young. I'm older than that.
WWF.
WWF. That's fucking right. I love
when Randy Macho Man Savage was like, oh yeah, down that aisle, Elizabeth, let's go.
Not only Savage, woo, Ric Flair, baby, because they fucking did it right. Okay, the video was amazing. Then you got Triple G coming out like, boom. Doom, 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 doom.
Happy
Doom, 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 doom. Yo, then he's just in the fucking, he's right there in the little hallway and shit. He just start throwing the little punches with his blazer on. Nice, that Kazakhstanian smile. You can't just help. You just want to grab his fucking cheeks and just pinch him and shit every time he smiles. Then you got Abel Sanchez, the most shit talking fucking trainer. Yo, I loved it. Everything about it. What I didn't like is Triple G goes over there and straight to form. Obviously, I didn't like it because I want more WWF in my life. But I get it. This is his. That's Triple G. You know.
But come on, Triple G gave the best one-liner of the entire interaction.
We'll get there. We'll get there. We can't skip over all these fucking handshakes. Why? He shook everyone's hand, bro.
No, because I was going to mention that. I was going to say how he was. It was very friendly. You know, Canelo had a different expression on his face. He was more like, "Yo, the energy before a fight." You know what I mean?
To be honest, Enrique, I felt like Canelo was looking at him. He was like, "Yo, you trying to steal my moment?" Like,
the whole show.
No, he didn't steal the show. He didn't steal the show.
He overshadowed the fight.
He didn't overshadow shit. Canelo is the star of that night. You can't.
No. Come on, Enrique is 100% right. That the Triple G,
as soon as
overshadowed everything.
Yes, your whole energy is way different. Talking about the ring walk, the walk to the ring with Abel Sanchez, and
because this is what we wanted. Because it's what we wanted. So
exactly. We didn't want Canelo Chavez. That's why this is overshadowing that.
And it's understandable, but it's clear for you to say it's overshadowing the fight, but don't say it overshadowed Canelo, because that's what he's saying. Like
I am saying both.
No, you
I don't agree with that second part.
Listen,
Canelo's fight with Chavez.
You can't. You know why? 170, 150. Those are just numbers. So you can't overshadow the dude that does 2.2, 900. And this one, I heard the early numbers, Hipster, are like 6, isn't it right? I heard some early tick numbers are like at 6. But you know, and obviously that's speculation. All right, well, we'll find something.
Listen, I didn't care about the. I mean, I did care. I didn't even think about the handshakes. You know, he came in, he shook everybody's hand. I was like, "Oh, very cordial, very friendly."
Yeah.
Opposed to Danny Garcia and Keith Thurman, like, "I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm gonna fuck you up." Remember that?
But we like that though. Yeah, that's what we wanted. We got excited.
Did like that, but you know, Triple G's personality is not that,
because it was not Triple G's job. It's Canelo's job at this point.
So Canelo messed up. Well,
again, he's the A side, and that's why he said that, right? When Triple G, because I'm going to let Hipster come on, turn his camera on, and drop his quote-unquote best line of the night, right? But the problem here is the language barrier. Thank God made me Latin, and I understood it, and I got it, and I'm going to top his one line with Canelo's one line, but you're up first. What happened when it was all said and done, Hipster?
What? Come on, Triple G said good luck. I mean, when Max Lemon said, you know, do you have one thing to say to Canelo? Triple G said good luck, and like that was perfect.
You know what Canelo answered back in Spanish?
I don't care what he answered back in Spanish.
You need to know what he said in Spanish. You need to know.
Let's go.
Good luck.
Luck is for the mediocre. I know what he said.
I'm gonna paraphrase here. Maybe Doomsday knows it like word for word because he's definitely hardcore.
Yeah. It was in response to Triple G's.
Don't steal my glory, though. Let me paraphrase, and then you come in fucking Spanish, correct me later. But he was like, Max was like, oh, so Triple G, you got any? He's like, Triple G, you got any words for Canelo? He was like, good luck in September. So Canelo just looks at him and he says, the elite don't need luck. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And don't need luck.
Translation, he said luck is for the mediocre.
Oh, yeah, he did say mediocre. That's even better.
He said,
how about this, though?
What
did Triple G say? My favorite one-liner. September, real Mexican style fight.
September, real Mexican style.
He did say that. He did say that because
I don't know about tonight being a Mexican style fight. Come September, Mexican style fight. Good luck for him.
Yeah, well, we're on the topic because you all you sound like you got win. What's up?
I could not find any gate numbers yet, but I did find the guaranteed purses that they received. Canelo got a guaranteed purse of $5 million. Julio Cesar Chavez got a guaranteed purse of $3 million per the Nevada State Athletic Commission.
Yo, Canelo be getting that short money, right? Damn.
But Canelo is guaranteed a percentage, according to this report by Forbes, that he is guaranteed a percentage of the gate and the pay-per-view. They did not mention if Chavez got a percentage. They only mentioned Canelo.
There's never gonna be another Floyd Mayweather for real. Those guarantee numbers Mayweather was getting was ridiculous, bro. I mean, it doesn't even sound right anymore. Like, I'm assuming Canelo was making like 10 mil for this shit up front.
I was wondering. I was like, damn, Chavez probably made about 5 mil, but damn, the A side making 5 mil.
I mean, it's still good though, because it is a pay-per-view. You got to remember they got a 5 and a 3 guarantee plus pay-per-view upside. So it's money. It's money. But I just
gate upside as well, obviously.
We're in that Mayweather era where we're accustomed to these big numbers, and it's we're slowly deflating into the realization of this is what boxing is now in terms of pay-per-view, and us, at least we got it more than the fucking promoters. They're the ones still actually doing pay-per-views. So I don't know, are we gonna go as far as early prediction, or are we gonna do early thoughts on what we witnessed? Because I mean, look, am I the only one? I'm gonna eat some crow based on I was always super skeptical. I never really thought I thought they were gonna dick Triple G around a little bit more. I thought for sure David Lemieux was next. So credit to these guys. They pulled the wool over my eyes. For sure. I'm gonna say I went back and listened. All the contracts are signed and everything like that. I didn't do any extra staying up late interviews, like listening to what happened with Sean in Vegas and all that. So those that might have heard the press conference and things like that, you could let us know. But it looks like it's pretty much done, So even last night I was a little skeptical, Matt. Like, oh, they're saying it's done, but it's gonna be like the last time. And then Canelo's gonna say, oh, Triple G didn't want to accept the contract. But according to everything that I've seen, it's signed.
And another positive consequence to this fight happening in September is that per Dana White, that was the date they were targeting for Mayweather and Conor McGregor, and now that's pretty much changed and ruined. So this fight being made, the biggest fight in boxing, could have potentially ruined the worst fight that could have happened to Conor.
Only an MMA guy would believe that garbage.
Thank you.
Only
Thank
an
you,
MMA
Canelo Triple G. Thank you, Canelo Triple G, for that.
But do you really believe that?
Believe what?
I definitely believe they were targeting one of the dates that Mayweather always fights on.
Well, I'm sure they're targeting the September Mexican weekend, right?
That's this weekend. What are you talking about?
And
that's
that
the
was the
weekend
fight
that Canelo and Triple G is fighting on.
I understand. That's what I'm saying. So was Mayweather trying to target that date?
Yes, that's what came out.
Oh, MMA. Okay. All right. Well, very good. I mean, one thing about Golden Boy, I was thinking, I was like, there's no other way they can go. If they do go Lemieux, it's gonna look bad for Canelo Alvarez. Golden Boy, remember what fight he was trying to
honestly,
that would have been a solid fight too, Lemieux.
Listen to me, casual, because I don't want to rob your time, right? But
go ahead.
No. If they would have went Lemieux, I could totally understand it, because again, there's the argument out there that Canelo didn't have the power to knock out Chavez, so he might not be ready for these guys at 160. I mean, look, Daniel Jacobs was big as hell. David Lemieux is putting people out cold. I don't know, man.
I was like, yo, there's nowhere else to go. If they go Lemieux, it's a down look. It's a frown upon their whole promotion. But then remember earlier this year or late last year, Golden Boy just suddenly.
I got to interrupt you. These guys are not going to challenge you. How is it a frown promotion? This is the first time this guy's fought at middleweight, and it's not even officially middleweight. So if he decided to fight a legitimate middleweight next at 160, not named Triple G, how is that bad?
If he fought anyone not named Triple G, it would have been bad.
No. He's never campaigned at 160, man.
It doesn't matter.
Fine,
He held a WBC middleweight belt. It doesn't matter if he campaigned at 160.
Because you
fought at middleweight.
Because
you fought at middleweight. Get the fuck out of here, Ness. Get the fuck out of here.
I think a guy like Lemieux is.
When you fight for the belt of a division, it does not matter if you weigh in at that limit. You
It's
fought
a
for
good
that belt.
fight. It's a good fight. Lemieux
Because
versus
you want to see blood.
Lemieux versus Canelo is a good fight, but the people 3 Canelo fights ago wanted to see Triple G following that third fight ago. Right? So now,
yeah, but Enrique, keep in mind that they were always trying to get Canelo to move up. He's never officially campaigned at Triple G's division, yet he was the target of Triple G's affection. Okay?
Listen, I don't follow the whole science behind making matches, right? But I do know what was circulating on the internet was that there was a Canelo weight, right? It was between welterweight and middleweight, right? So he is officially somewhere in between 154, 147, 160. So let's not go with the blindfolds, all right, of who's what. He did not fight Triple G last night because he needed an easy fight in the middleweight, and that's why we saw Chavez Jr. do it. Chavez said it himself in the face-off. Golden Boy is known for pulling fast ones, like surprise fast ones. When Canelo was supposed to fight someone, I forgot, but they pulled one. It was supposed to be Khan versus somebody, and the same thing Eddie Hearn did was like, yo, Khan was supposed to fight Kell Brook, and then all of a sudden Kell Brook fought Triple G. There was something that I remember Golden Boy doing the same exact thing, and it was like a surprise overnight. Monday morning, the announcement was made. No one was expecting it. I don't remember the fight, but it was a Canelo fight. And what was Canelo's last 2 fights? I don't have BoxRec open, but that's what we got last night. Yo, because we gave them the Chavez Jr. fight, here's the big show. Boom. Triple G, where you at? In a different accent, of course. So, yeah, man, I'm excited for this. I don't know who to pick.
Yo, let me just tell you a story about a 147-pounder that moved up to 54.
What's up?
Not once, but twice to claim some titles that no one ever gave him shit for not defending. No one ever gave him shit for vacating. But Canelo Alvarez does it, and they give him shit. I'm going to let my listeners tell my hosts who I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? But Joseph Diaz Jr. was on the undercard of this pay-per-view. He defeated Manuel Tino Alvarez, man, an undefeated guy from the Bay Area that we knew. We've covered around here. It was a pretty good scrap, but a little bit underwhelming at the same time. Diaz really does try hard, but he doesn't have that power. I don't know what's going to happen, moving forward. Like, he's in that division with some pretty good competition, right? It's 130. I mean, he could fight guys like Fortuna, the Valdezes of the world. I mean, it's just
Valdez is 126.
Yeah, but they're eventually going to meet. They were even in the Olympics together. We got videos of Joseph telling us personally that, he knows that he and Valdez will see each other in the future. But will he, if he's not blowing out Tino, or did Tino do better than expected?
Well, I don't think Tino was ever really bad. Like, this wasn't a fight that he was supposed to be. This wasn't a showcase, in my opinion. This was supposed to be a little bit of a tough fight. I think Tino is a grossly underrated boxer, especially in California. But I think with the problem with Jojo Diaz is, he lacks charisma. That hurts him in a way from just a star power potential. But Oscar Valdez, even though he's not the most, he doesn't speak English all the time, he has charisma. You can just tell when he walks into a room, people like turn. He just has that naturally. Valdez also has power. Jojo Diaz does not have any power that I notice.
But don't you think that's where the charisma comes from? When you have power, you have confidence.
They have some swag in the ring. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, like, there's guys that haven't had power that definitely had charisma, I would say. Like, definitely look at Mayweather in the later half of his career. He wasn't a knockout artist, but he definitely had that charisma.
You don't got to be a knockout artist to have power.
True.
Mayweather
do you think like Joseph Diaz was more of like a Paulie sort of power? Do you think he has that?
I don't know. How did you see that fight? Did you ever see Tino?
I saw Tino get overwhelmed. I never saw him get hurt in a way. You get what I'm saying? Like, he definitely was overwhelmed just by the combination punching, the skill of Jojo Diaz. But I never saw him just get hurt. I never saw that sneaky leg.
I wonder if it's just time that he needs, because he does look the part, you know, and he has that killer instinct, right? Like he has aggression in him when he's fighting. He's not there trying to be a cutie and trying to win on points. Like, it hasn't registered from, I guess, for us on the outside looking in. And obviously, if he's listening, don't take offense. You know, it looks like he doesn't have that type of power, but he fights still as if he does.
Yes.
So, I mean, what do you think? Is that going to be a problem?
I think it is going to be a problem. I don't know. I'm not saying that he cannot get over that problem. I don't know. That's obviously a problem he's going to have to address once he faces higher level competition. But against guys like the Lomachenkos of the world, the Burchelts, the Javier Fortunas, like all those guys, those are going to give him tons of issues. And even guys in the 126-pound division, like Abner Mares, Jesus Saliar, Oscar Valdez, all those guys are going to give him issues too if they decide to move up. So I don't know where he really lies. I don't know what his potential is. There is a ceiling right now. I don't know if he gets over it.
Well, moving forward, Lucas La Máquina Matthysse has come back. I got to eat some crow. I picked Taylor. And I don't know. I'm not 100% sure if I picked him on air or it was just in my heart. But I probably picked him on air. But Lucas look okay. Still crazy sloppy. Still, you know, I'm going to still keep picking against him. I'm telling you that. But just to make his fight a little more sexy, he did get a knock, like 2 knockdowns and knocked out Taylor. And man, Taylor actually said that he hits very hard. He actually said as fuck. And hey, look at it this way. He hits so hard that Taylor said he's going back to 140 where he belongs. So Lucas probably filled out better at 47. The time off probably served him well. He did suffer another cut, but it was on the opposite eye. Is this should Garcia go after this rematch? I know it's Golden Boy Heyman, but what's out there? Like, if you're Oscar De La Hoya, you're the promoter of Lucas Matthysse. I guess I'm asking my panelists now to play promoter, and who can Oscar match Lucas within his realistic stable and alliances? And if it is not big enough or sexy enough, right? Should we consider that rematch? I mean, I know there's a lot of people that wanted it. Garcia coming off of that Thurman loss. I don't know. Or if that's not, I guess, you know, interesting enough, where should Lucas go? Host?
Amir Khan? No?
Oh, God. Poor Amir Khan. I'd rather not. For Amir Khan's sake, because remember, he's coming off the Canelo loss still. He deserves a tune-up. So I don't think a Lucas Matthysse would be right for Amir Khan. Matthysse probably would like that fight. Maybe like a Frankie Gomez fight.
Yeah, but see,
Hipster Herrera just is coming off a win. You know,
Hipster. You see, I specifically said a big fight that they could give Lucas.
Oh, a big fight.
Yeah.
Lamont Peterson rematch?
Yeah, Lamont.
Yeah, but no,
not even sexy name enough.
No, but wait. So are we just matchmaking without reality or within?
The lawsuit's over. Come on. There's no excuse for Golden Boy anymore, I would say.
All right, but it's not about excuses. It's about, you know.
And haven't they been working with Heyman recently?
All right. So you're saying that he should go for Peterson, a rematch with Peterson instead of Garcia? It makes no sense.
I don't think Garcia takes that fight. There's no point for Garcia to take that fight.
I think there's no point, but I think if the money's right, because they are the money makers, like
rematches sell themselves, man.
They make decisions off of money. I'm talking about.
Not all rematches sell themselves.
I actually think.
I know, right? We're gonna have to see the pay-per-view numbers on Ward.
Come on, man. Like,
well, Garcia will be on free TV. I think that it would be an easy fight for them. I think Garcia would be versus Lucas Matthysse.
Well, Lucas is definitely in the media still saying he wants the rematch. So
he wants to redeem himself because there's bad publicity.
Yeah, of course he wants to redeem himself. But if I'm Garcia, who was the underdog in the first fight, and I beat him, became a star off of that fight, why go fight him again? There's nothing for it.
But do you just wait?
He hasn't earned the fight with Danny Garcia.
No, but do you just wait your Golden Boy contract out if they try to give you fights like Mauricio Herrera or Frankie Gomez? One fight with a veteran who's, and again, Mauricio, no disrespect, but past his prime, and another fight with a young up-and-coming prospect to make your name off of me? I don't know. Matthysse is worth more, right?
Then throw out a name, Ness. Throw out a reasonable name.
I said
there's not many out there. I don't think Danny's reasonable.
I think that the promoter needs to promote, needs to work for his fighter. And you're right. And the public is right. Maybe Danny won't take it because like you said, it's not a big enough fight. But Jesse Vargas.
Yeah.
You got to get him.
Ooh,
Jesse Vargas.
I would like that. That's a good one. And I think it's more reasonable than Golden Boy Heyman.
And if you want another big fight, you get him the Bradley fight.
I was thinking that, and I didn't want to say it because I was like, they're going to say something negative about it. But yes, Timothy Bradley.
That's a good fight. I like that. I like that better than the Jesse Vargas fight, personally.
Now does Bradley take those flashback Ruslan problems at this age in his career? He's looking at himself like, I'm not going to fight Matthysse for what? He's nobody right now.
True. Good point.
And Matthysse definitely has that power still.
Selfishness of the
He showed that. He busted Taylor up bloody. This is exactly why we need a world where they're all getting along, man.
Amir Khan will be the good fight, the biggest fight.
Yeah, but I mean, biggest for Matthysse. Yes.
Amir Khan, earlier I was thinking about who did Oscar De La Hoya surprise us with, and it was right after the Miguel Cotto fight. Everybody thought Triple G was next because Canelo won, and then surprisingly overnight, not immediately after the fight, but when fights start brewing, Amir Khan wasn't in the mix, and then the name dropped Amir Khan, and everyone was like, "Oh shit, Amir Khan." So yeah, Amir Khan is down with Golden Boy in the sense where he does business. So that would be a good fight for Matthysse.
You know what's a good fight for Matthysse to continue to raise his marquee value? And we're going to move on to the next topic. Buy or sell this Doomy Doomsday. I'm afraid to talk face. Lucas Matthysse versus Brandon Bam Bam Rios.
You know what? I hate to sound like a broken record, but I was going to say that name too. And I was like, nah. And to myself, I was like, nah, that's a whack ass fight.
I mean, you went from Lamont Peterson, Jesse Vargas, and now Bam Bam.
I think
the problem with the Rios fight is that would be a main event on something.
Let me just clarify why. Again, I like to live in reality. So reality is Golden Boy Heyman don't really do that much business. So I'm just throwing out fights that are possible.
You know what? That fight. It'd be exciting because both of them are going to go head to head and blast
and
each other.
It's a style that suits Matthysse. It makes him look good.
Yeah. I mean, it would suit both of them, right? Because both of them feel comfortable in that. And, Matthysse doesn't have Manny Pacquiao speed to have Bam Bam, not
able. Of Doomy Doomsday, speaking of, there was a once upon a time where Bob Arum used to say he wanted Matthysse for Pacquiao, and even Freddie. No. Even Freddie, Matt. I mean, if you're Oscar, that's the biggest fight you can get your fighter.
That's only a couple notches above a Jeff Horn fight, in my opinion.
No, oh, disrespectful on the most disrespectful levels.
Because of Lucas Mattisse's trajectory in his career right now, he's over the hill.
Yes,
I don't want to see Manny Pacquiao against over the hill fighters or untested.
So I mean, aren't they saying Manny Pacquiao is on his way out too? I mean.
He's still doing great shit. What the fuck are we talking about? He's had one legitimate loss in the past how many years?
Yeah, but
two legitimate losses in the past how many years? And they're against Hall of Fame fighters.
Hey, I believe that Brandon Rios, right, just in the happy world of matchmaking, Brandon Rios, and no disrespect to Lamont Peterson, is a bigger name in the boxing world as a marquee against Matthysse versus Lamont Peterson. I think.
I mean, you're right anyway, because people wouldn't want it. I mean, Matthysse knocked out Lamont Peterson. But speaking of knockouts, Bomb Squad! It's time to talk about the food that is still on the menu. Last night, Joseph Parker had a fight, and it went 12 rounds. Well, it was actually not last night, right? It was actually yesterday morning. Hipster, fill us in.
I mean, there's really not much to talk about. It was more of a sparring match than Canelo and Chavez. It was.
But did he look like Canelo versus Chavez?
No, God, no. I mean, I'll put it this way. I was always of the wait and see with Joseph Parker because he was young, because of who he was fighting.
How young is he?
He's in his early 20s, I believe.
I'll check it.
Like 26, 28, something like that.
Yeah, that and in the heavyweight division, that's young.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. He just nothing is great about him. He doesn't do a single thing great. He's above average in everything. Above average athleticism. Above average head movement. Above average footwork. Above average boxing skill. The one thing he doesn't have that's above average is his power.
25. He is very young.
I don't know. I think he's the type of guy that will give the top guys good fights, but not beat them.
That just changed everything for me. That's called empathy. Changed everything. Right away, I said, oh, he's even younger than Anthony Joshua.
Yep.
He's younger than Wilder. He's younger than Vladimir.
Is he younger than Huey Fury?
Well, no, they're right at the right. Well, I guess I might be confusing Huey's age with the amount of fights. Go figure. But you check that age. I just checked this one, and that was for the age and the amount of fights. But yeah, I feel now okay. Yeah, maybe. I mean, look, it is a dog-eat-dog world, and Wilder needs another belt in order to make a big fight with Joshua, but I understand now if Joseph doesn't want to fight Wilder. He's young, bro. He still needs time, bro. Like I mean, look, and some will argue and say, hey, Ness, well, Anthony Joshua is only 27 with 19 fights, and you're rushing him. So you're right, but I get it. Is all I can say,
Well, the thing with that statement very quickly is that everybody's different. So like everyone's trajectory and how fast they reach their potential and what their potential is all different. So to say that Joshua at 19 fights and 26 years old has done this and compared to Joseph Parker is just not an apt comparison, in my opinion.
No, you're right. And a guy like Joseph, we should be able, like, it should be okay if you look at him. He has a title though, Matt. See, that's the thing with development and having that title. Doomsday, it's like nobody wants to see you fighting.
It's like Gervonta Davis.
No one wants to see you fighting like the lower level of the division if you have a title. You can understand that, right?
Yeah, if you have a title, it's sort of like you're at that level. You're going to fight at that level. You're not going to go ahead and fight somebody that's not.
You got to take the training wheels off at some point, and having a title, it makes it difficult to have those training wheels still on, is how I feel.
I mean, all these athletes individually are developed, in their own way, according to like whatever their lifestyle, promotion teams, whatever it may be. So I still feel that Joseph does maybe need a couple of more fights before he faces the elite of his and like you said, it's kind of hard to say this because he does have a title, but I guess you take a look at the people he's fought and you compare it to the people that Joshua and Wilder have fought, and I guess you can calibrate from there.
Listen, I'll give my friends out in New Zealand a quick tip. I'll let them know how to do this. Joseph obviously needs at least one more fight. Deontay's adamant about 2017 unification. He needs to also simultaneously build his name in the United Kingdom. So he needs to take that Bellew fight if it's out there, or any other UK fight, Dillian White, whatever is available. In the meantime, Joseph needs to get a fight. So if Wilder doesn't take the Bellew fight, let Joseph take the Bellew fight, where he should be guaranteed a knockout, a heavyweight fighting a cruiserweight. And at the same time, he can continue to build his name, even though the UK knows him way more than we do. And then Joseph Wilder meet up, end of the year, unification. Buy or sell, Enrique? Guess not.
Nah, what? Buy or sell.
Those matchups.
That whole little end of the year trajectory. Go ahead, Matt. We got guys dropping the ball.
Bye.
Right.
I dropped the ball. You're right.
I'll be honest. I'm selling that shit. I'm still not gonna be.
My God, this guy's a fucking hater.
How am I a hater? I don't want to see Tony Bellew get knocked out by Deontay Wilder. I don't want to see.
I didn't say Wilder. I said it could be Joseph too, because Wilder could go on and fight.
I don't want to see Tony Bellew against any of these heavyweights. Period. So I'm okay with the Dylan White fight. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, but you gotta, again, we're trying to discuss boxing within reality, Matt.
The Dylan White fight isn't reality. It's the same promoter as.
No. You're not hearing me. You're not hearing me because you got all the hipster wax in your ears. Listen, reality. This is reality, and I gave it to you. Reality is Wilder could fight Bellew, and if not, he could fight Dillian. And then reality is Bellew could fight Joseph. Why? He said on TV, I'm bigger than Joseph. You're bigger than Joseph. There's articles already of both camps saying and entertaining the fight. Don't act like Joseph hasn't sent out quotes saying that he would fight Bellew. This is reality.
It is a reality. It doesn't mean that I will be accepting it or I will approve it.
I'll prove it. I'll buy it because now we get to gauge, all of them. Because the list is Bellew, right? That's how you say his name. It was Bellew or Bellew, whatever his name is.
Bellew.
We get to gauge him. I never really saw him fight, right? I never seen him fight.
That's sad too, but that shows how much of a casual you are. He's fought with Adonis Stevens, Nathan Cleverly twice. I think he's even fought Chalemba, maybe.
Have you seen the David Hay fight?
I did not see that because that was like one of those Saturday afternoon fights.
Yeah, it was.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah, but I didn't dig into it that much, I just saw who
won. Yo, he's casual, bro. He don't go back and watch fights.
I mean, that's sort of a casual fight. It's David Hay. I mean, come on.
You would think, but no. No. But anyway, I would watch it because I would like to gauge.
Well, to be fair, that's casual UK. David Hay, while
no, true. Good point.
He didn't really cross over. He had his little Shannon Briggs thing going on, though. People might not remember that because boxing fans are fickle, but Hay taught Shannon the cannon to be who he is. Hay was the first one chasing Vladimir around and Vitaly. He even made shirts with their heads decapitated. He showed people how to be a bad boy. Remember, he punched Derek Chisora at the fucking press conference. He glossed me. Yeah, Hay's always been a badass. Listen, that Achilles heel is just that. It was an Achilles. Hopefully he comes back. I always believed in Hay. He really let me down when he fought fucking Vladimir. I picked him for that fight, and then he did the toe thing. And, I didn't understand Hay. But he had a great career. I ain't going to say great. He had a good career at Cruiserweight. He did a lot of good things. And, he moved up. He stood on the outside versus Valueg or however you want to pronounce his name. Valu, whatever. And he was able to at least get that title off that big dude. Not saying that dude was good, but he was still an undefeated, big-ass, giant-looking dude. You know what I mean? And Hay did that. So,
very quickly.
He didn't cross over to America like that.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Very quickly, why isn't Luis Ortiz in the realm of reality? He's an AJ mandatory.
True.
He is signed with Heyman now.
But this is the thing, right? For all of those guys, listen, all right, we're talking reality, right? You tell me, for all those three names that we mentioned, you just threw a fourth in the mix. Which man signs the dotted line? Because each man in that triangle of sin have a bigger fight. So you're asking them to please you.
No, not me.
No, yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
With AJ, it's mandatory, so that's pleasing the sanctioning body and his belt.
I'm just speaking the truth. You guys can call me what you want. So you're asking them now to take the Luis Ortiz fight that is not as big as a Parker. It's not as big as a Parker Bellew fight. It's not as big as a Dante Bellew fight. It's not as big as a Parker Dante fight. I mean, you're throwing in a piece. You're throwing in a piece of the puzzle that doesn't.
No. You're saying that Joseph Parker should not fight Wilder now, and which is just shocking to me. Just because of his age.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying I can understand now and empathize if people want to regress him based off these last couple of performances, and now factoring in his age. That's all. That's all. I'm just showing I have a heart.
Well, fuck that heart, Ness. Come on, man. We want the best fights. Come on, man. When's Luis Ortiz gonna get a good fight again, other than Bryant Jennings?
25. Name another 25-year-old. The same thing that Canelo told Chavez. Name another 25-year-old that's doing.
I'm not even saying that Ortiz should fight Parker. I'm just saying that those two champions should not fight a guy like Tony fucking Bellew, and they should fight legit heavyweights.
I understand.
That should be the reality.
I understand, but that's the key word. Repeat it for everyone.
That should be the reality. Yeah.
Should. I said, let's play matchmaker in reality. And in this reality, none of those guys, in my opinion, take the fight with Luis Ortiz because it doesn't represent what the other fights represent. That's all. But listen, we talked about that. The only reason we even spoke Wilder is because immediately after the Joseph Parker fight, Wilder again called out Parker, said, let's do it. So, any other headlines?
Not that I can think of.
You sure? You sure? I think. Oh, no, we did talk about Lucas. Oh, David Lemieux. Holy shit. And that's why I'm not really big on that fight. It was like, who was this guy? You told me he fought someone or got knocked out.
He had fought Chavez Jr. before.
There you go. And
Marcus
I never knew that till Thursday. So, like, this guy stuck around for so long, and Lemieux bloodied him up. I didn't expect it, like, to, this was supposed to be, in my opinion, again, because remember, while I'm watching this David Lemieux fight, I have no clue that they're going to drop this monitor from the top and Triple G is going to be on there looking like, one of the Greek gods. I thought this was David Lemieux's opportunity to showcase himself in front of all these Mexican fans, which I heard we were wrong last night on the Immediate Reaction Show. If you haven't watched that, head on over to iTunes. You can subscribe there, get those notifications, and listen to the podcast on your podcast app. Drop a 5-star review while you're there. But yeah, it's more like 20,000. They said were in the T-Mobile Arena. So yeah, I mean, that was his opportunity to sell himself. That was his opportunity to make himself Oscar de la Hoya ace in the hole. Because if the negotiations with Triple G don't go right, boom, you slide in a September pay-per-view with David Lemieux. But Lemieux, he didn't really do his part to sell himself. Was there blood? Yes. Was there big shots? Yes. But I expected a knockout from this guy. The people at my house expected a knockout. I mean, I don't know. What did you guys think?
I expected a knockout, but I'm not going to say, one thing that you always hear about fighters fighting unknown fighters is that those are the most surprising fights because you don't know how to prepare for him. His knockout power, you can't question. But then again, you can question the same thing towards Canelo. Where was his knockout power? Where was his take the opportunity? Don't wait for the opponent to give it to you because he's not there to give you opportunity. You're supposed to set the opportunity up. And I sound like Roy Jones a little bit right there, right? But yeah, so I like David Lemieux still. He could fight a Daniel Jacobs. He could fight whoever else is in that. He could fight one of the Charlo brothers. He could fight I don't know how many other names under those names to Bubu Andrade's and yeah, one of them. So I'm impressed.
Yeah, I thought David Lemieux did good. He came in with confidence from his last performance, man. He threw a lot of power shots like he usually does. He was going in, working the body. And he might have not put him out, but you can't always get the knockout. Taylor managed to give him a little bit of problems. And
you guys are too nice. I question his preparation, Doomsday. This fight was contracted at 163. And he seemed to he didn't seem, me and Matt did this weigh-in live. I don't know if it was for Patreon. I don't know if it was live. I know we did it. And we seen him sprint to the Pedialyte. He was not. And it was 163. He's a middleweight. So why are you sprinting to Pedialyte when you're fighting already at a catch weight that's not normally your fucking weight? You should be chilling with 3 extra pounds.
I mean,
but wait, Doomsday, wait, Doomsday. Remember that the last fight with Stevens, we also questioned did he struggle to make
exactly.
So maybe this guy is busting at the seams. Maybe he can't be here anymore. He was sticking around trying to wait for Canelo. Canelo finally took the Triple G. We might see this guy go up, or unless Daniel Jacobs could entice him into a big fight at 160. I don't know.
Yeah, sorry, Alex, you go.
Not good. I don't think he goes up.
Ooh,
I do. You think he goes up? I don't think he goes up. I think that he really wants that shot at the what he called the Kingpin Triple G, or maybe Canelo. He looked full the last fight too. When he came into Stevens, people questioned him a little bit. He looked a little, a little pudgy, and that he might have rehydrated, put on too much weight after the weigh-ins. But for this fight, I mean, you're gonna run to the Pedialyte. You ask these guys how hard it is to cut weight sometimes. Depending on how you manipulated those fluids in the last few days, you want to get to the water as soon as you step off that scale. So I'm not gonna base it off of that. But Matt, I'm curious to know why you think he's moving up, or he wants to move up, and how fast he wants to move up.
Well, I'm just also going to address very quickly that this fight was 2 months after his Curtis Stevens fight. There's a very quick turnaround. I mean, it was.
That also means he should be on weight.
No, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. Trust me. Guys need a little bit of a break. At this level, there's a reason guys fight 2-3 times a year instead of 6 to 10 times a year when you're starting out. There's a reason why. It's because you cannot bounce back. You can't bounce back from high level fights like a Curtis.
You can make excuses.
In my opinion.
You can make excuses for him if you want. Sean Porter remains within weight all year round.
Okay.
If a fighter wants
he might be genetically predisposed to be able to do that.
No.
It's very possible. What do you mean? No. That's genetics.
If a fighter wants to train when he doesn't have a fight, he will stay within his weight. If you want to not have a fight and balloon up in between fights and chill, and that's okay. You can do that.
Plenty of historical evidence of guys fighting too often and burning out. I'm not talking about the weight. I'm not talking about the weight. I'm talking about him not looking that good. And to address Alex's point about him moving up, he does look big for the division. Even Daniel Jacobs looks big for the division. I think a lot of these guys are going to be moving up, similar to how a bunch of junior middleweights are going to start moving up, and we see that with Jamal Charlo. That's just natural. So I think guys like Daniel Jacobs, guys like David Lemieux are going to move up eventually. I think David Lemieux is just on a faster track for that.
So
and plus, 168 is completely open right now. Anyone can go up in there and take that division.
So you're going to see David Lemieux fight Adonis Stevenson. That's what you're saying.
Adonis Stevenson is 175. Get the fuck out of here.
We're going to call him Amateur Cash.
No, like James DeGale. You don't think David Lemieux could give James DeGale a good fight? A Callum Smith? A George Groves?
Yo, why you went from the top to the?
I'm just throwing out names. Those are all top 10 super middleweights.
Yo, Groves got Chudinoff problems. Know what I'm saying? He's gonna be on the undercard in that Bramhall Lane fight, May 27th. Earl Spence, Kell Brook.
And before we go to the college, we have one more topic.
I do. No, we got 2 more topics. I was waiting to see if anybody was gonna call it, but
Gamboa.
No. If you're watching this on a smartphone, zoom in right now on Canelo Alvarez and his right hand. Matt, cue in the X-Files.
Hold on.
Just dropping all types of balls. Do we really get this fight in September 16th, casual? Look at the swelling on that hand. Is it broken? Is he going to need more time?
When was this picture taken?
When do you think?
Last night.
Last night when he changed and everything came back.
Yes.
They had an official press conference for this fight, Papa.
I mean, damn, that was quick. So he broke his hand or he hurt his knuckle.
Well, you tell me what other opportunity are you going to have that many members of the media in one place? That was the smartest thing they did.
Very smart. You're right. I didn't see it. Like I saw the fight and went to the show and then went home and then lived my day today. But yeah, his hand does look
sad music for this baby.
It looks swollen. I don't want that to be an excuse. I don't want that to postpone and give him Conor and Mayweather the shine of September Mexican holiday. We want to see a true Mexican style fight. Yo, it's all for Chavez right now. It's all nothing. There's not one thing Chavez could do that will make him look bad by taking this fight. If he does anything other than fight, they're gonna frown, and that is the fans.
You mean Canelo or
Canelo? I'm sorry, Canelo. I keep saying Chavez. Canelo has to take this fight. There's no excuses.
Well, he is taking the fight.
No, I mean the hand cannot postpone it.
And it's very common for hands to be swelled up after fights. I'm just saying that. Like, it is common.
But that swelling looks like a golf ball, if not 10.
I really can't see it, to be honest, because I can't zoom in. But
nah, that ain't regular swelling, bro. What do you mean it's okay?
I can't see it really that well.
It's not nah. You don't want swelling in your hand after a fight, bro. It's
Especially
not normal for
not
your hands to be swollen at the end of a fight, unless you've had a fracture or micro fracture or whatever it may be. But your hands are not swollen if they're wrapped up right after a fight, man. You take them things off, and
there's no reports, right? So let's hope that it's not, or whatever.
But if it really is hurt and they're trying to still have the fight in September, there's no way they're gonna have reports out. They're gonna keep that shit under lock and key.
Maybe that's the fight that goes to a trilogy.
Triple G and Canelo.
Yeah,
maybe.
Well, hopefully that'd be a good trilogy. Unlike Chavez.
The only way that a trilogy happens is for Triple G to beat Canelo first.
Yeah, that's gonna happen. Oh, my hand.
Oh,
my right hand.
Low key.
Picking against Canelo again.
What do you mean high key? Come on.
My knuckle gonna throw the right hand.
Damn, yo, Cash.
Wasn't my night. No era mi noche.
I want to ask everybody, obviously, if you're watching this in the future, present, past, hit that thumbs up button. It helps with the visibility of the show. And it totally lets us know that you appreciate the hard work that we're putting in around here, giving you these tons and tons of hours of boxing talk and international callers, which we're going to get out to. You know the number, the call-in number, 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 just once if you want to voice your opinion here on the Voice of the People hotline. And our international callers, you can call us by adding Nestor Gibbs on Skype. That's NESTORGIBBS. And don't forget, right? I know this is a lot of stuff before we get to the calls, but I got your attention, right? All of our listeners get to receive free it's just one gift, right? You get the gift of your choosing, but most of you, I would assume, are going to go with the boxing gloves since this is a boxing show. But every listener gets an absolutely free necklace and pendant boxing. For the women, we even have the some pink ones with some cancer awareness things going on there and everything, and it's absolutely free just for being a listener of the show. So head on over to ThaBoxingVoice.com. You should see it right there in the front. Check it out. Absolutely free. Oh shit! They call me Gamboa face. Gotta press the rewind.
Man. Come on, what are you doing here?
We're gonna have to get into it. I can't.
Dude, give the 10 count, man. His career's over.
Oh, chill, man. Because you know what? If you talk like that, we might not get a call from JD. I don't want JD doing nothing to himself just because Gamboa's career.
Talking about being worried about Chavez Jr. I'm worried about JD.
No, I know. But listen, I put
he's not in the queue. I'm worried about you, JD. Please call in. We're worried about your well-being.
No, I put calls in already for Chavez, and watching them. I got people watching them, making sure everything is good. I don't want anything, I don't want anything going down. But I mean, we'll let the callers talk about Gamboa, man, because I don't want to be cruel. I told you guys.
It was sad. I need Crow. I need Crow for that. I need Crow for that. I pick Gamboa.
I don't want to be that guy that's like, oh, I told you so. But hey, I told you so. Robinson Castellano, he was no joke. I don't even. And it's that turnaround, right, Matt? I mean, you just talked about the Lemieux turnaround. Gamboa was just in the Turning Stone Casino with me for the same Lemieux fight. He was on that undercard with Lemieux.
And he fought technically sooner than Lemieux because he fought the day before Lemieux fought. But I needed that serving a crow because I picked Gamboa, unfortunately.
For audio reasons, we shared that right there.
Yeah.
I'm sure I didn't.
R.I.P. to Gamboa's career. We loved watching you, man. We loved watching you.
Well, I didn't pick Gamboa to lose, so I'll just go ahead and eat some crow. But I did tell you guys that Castellano was a live dog. Christian Fernandez wants to know if we're gonna get another TBV appreciation night for Canelo Triple G. I mean, do we have a location?
So we have 3 rumor locations. Very very quickly. MSG.
MSG.
Ooh, that'll be sweet.
AT&T Stadium, so Dallas Cowboys Stadium.
Woo!
And of course, the T-Mobile Arena in Vegas. Those
Damn,
are the
bro.
3 rumored locations according to Lance Pugmire of LA Times.
Dallas seems likely because of the seating.
Give me Dallas or New York City. For real.
Fuck Vegas.
Yeah, I don't like Vegas. Every way you turn around, somebody has their hand out.
Yeah, Vegas is whack, bro. It's not. I mean, MSG is booked, says Pittsburgh Brew on a check. And listen,
booked with what?
Probably Golden Boy has it booked, but it doesn't mean they got a lot of ESPN. Yeah, it's booked. It's booked. It just means that date is locked in for a boxing promoter, but it doesn't mean it's gonna be. I mean, if it's the big room, maybe, right? Who knows, man? Especially on that date.
Penciled in. It's penciled in.
Yes, it is penciled in.
It can be erased.
I know. I just don't want Vegas at all.
Same here.
At all. I hope you're listening, Oscar. At all.
The Dallas sound good to me.
Dallas do. I like
Dallas would be insane because that would be a stadium show. That would be our version of that.
Yeah.
You can start selling 40, 50, 60,000 seats.
But is it cold in September?
No, it's fucking hot. That's summer.
Texas, isn't it warm in Texas?
It's a desert pretty much.
Yeah, Texas is not a cold state.
Huh. I don't know, man. I heard it gets to the 40s sometimes in Texas, but it's cold in September in Vegas, right?
I mean, it's not cold in New York City in September.
I mean, it can be a little chilly in September in New York City. What you talking about?
Man, I think it starts getting cold in November, man.
Yeah, this coming
September is summer, dude. I don't know what you're talking about.
What you say, Matt?
September is summer. That's the last month of summer.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's already, September is when the fall starts coming in, bro. Leaves start falling.
October, November.
School's back. You know what I'm saying? It starts getting pretty cold outside. But anyway, let's get out to the callers.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
El Camino.
We're going to get out to the UK.
Blackface.
So you know who I miss? I miss Blackface.
I thought I won the fight.
You thought you won the fight? Why?
Ain't no fucking padding in the fucking glove.
Hey, yo, Blackface, I didn't clear my voice on that intro, man.
Yo, or Masterpiece Live. He official. He produced everybody.
I miss a Blackface. What's up? Good evening. Good morning. Good night.
That'd be fucked up if you fell asleep.
Blackface. Alfonso.
Cara Negra. Damn, he fell asleep in the UK on us. Like,
with that intro. Damn.
I'm about to fucking hit him with a gunshot right now. Shit.
Serve him as Crow anyway, because he was picking against Lemieux. And
He says he's there, but we can't hear you. Let me see. Is it him or was that Scott? No, he says he's there. I don't know. Scorsese, talk to me.
Man, damn, y'all hit Blackface with the dope ass intro I never heard before. My dude dropped the ball hard as shit, man. He got brick hands over there, man. Why I'm gonna start? Gamboa, R.I.P. R.I.P. just killed the club. That dude is done, man. That shit was funny as fuck to me. Teddy Atlas was snapping on a Friday night, man. He wouldn't let B-Hop say shit, and he was right, man. He wasn't trying to hear it. But to the what everybody want to talk about, the main shit, David Lemieux looked horrible. He was getting beat to the punch by this Reyes dude. Reyes didn't know how good he could have done. I guess it's just the difference between the mediocre and the elite. And now to the big shit. I ain't even gonna talk about Chavez. Now, first of all, I want to say I heard some black fans say that they boycotting Golden Boy because they won't address that email shit. And I think that's cool for them to stand on if they doing that, because I think that should be something be said about that. If you're gonna put out your biggest fight ever, you don't want to go into it with no kind of bullshit.
What email shit? What email shit? I don't know about
the what they was calling Heyman the N-word and racist Hitler.
Yeah, but that wasn't a Golden Boy employee. It was a reporter. It was a reporter emailing Golden Boy. Just for the record. Just for the record.
You can't defend that. You can't defend that.
Yeah, I can defend Golden Boy because it wasn't their employee. What are you fucking talking about?
Come out and say something. You come out and say something.
I agree with that, but you can't say that it was Golden Boy being racist.
Well, that's what they're gonna do when you make it seem like you can't address any of it. And I agree with the fans that want to do that. If they do that, I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna talk about the fight. But I think they're making a mistake, and they kind of selling that dollar short on the urban side. If people start saying, you know what, the hell with y'all don't respect us, we won't respect you.
What do you mean they? Who are you talking about? They? Golden Boy didn't say that shit. Again, you're talking about a reporter. Go talk to the reporter.
My God,
that'd be like me emailing Golden Boy. That'd be like me emailing Golden Boy and saying that shit.
You call somebody that, and you continue to email this man. You continue to speak with him. You basically just.
How do you know that?
That's what the transcript read. They continued to email. You saw the emails continue on. Matt, you can't win this, dude. But at the end of the day, I want to talk about Canelo manning up.
When you say Golden Boy racist emails, you have to clarify, Scorsese.
An old ass 36-year-old pussy to come get some. Where you at, Triple G? Bring your old ass on. Triple G been ducking that money, been trying to get extra money. Canelo been ready to fight this weak ass dude since forever. And he gonna fuck him up too, man. Y'all see that young man? He the new Floyd, he the new James Toney. You stand in the pocket. Get the fuck up. He be tripping. He a circus fighter. He be doing some dumb shit. But Canelo training like none other. Canelo got head movement like none other out here. Canelo beat the shit out of Andrade, Lara Part 2, the Charlos. Y'all fucking with the wrong one. This Canelo kid, 26 fucking years old. He don't need no Joseph Parker, I'm 26 excuse. He don't need that. He in these streets, man. Triple G, your old ass getting beat the fuck up. Your eye getting black, boy. I'm out.
But he couldn't drop Chavez. He couldn't knock out Chavez. I don't know.
Or Cotto, or Laura, or Trout.
I don't know. Boxing a lot. I mean, look, Canelo's gonna have to show us some boxing skills, because you're asking a lot to stay in a fight with Triple G 12 rounds. I guess we got to see if Triple G at least respects that power, right? Like if Triple G gets hit and he's like, okay, because Jacobs didn't drop Triple G, but Triple G respected Jacobs' power. Blackface, let's try you again.
You hear me?
Yes, we do.
Yeah. Respect to everyone listening. Blackface, representative from the UK, currently 1:23 a.m. Kind of falling asleep over here, but I want to get my call in before I go to bed. In regards to the Canelo fight, I think they need to get some new Tecate girls. I'm tired of seeing the same girls in the background with those fake smiles that they do. They need to start swapping it up for them. Get some new girls up in there. Chavez Jr. was awful. He just kept his hands in his pockets the whole fight. That's the third time now I've seen him just not throw punches. I've seen him not really throw punches against Martinez. I saw him not throw punches in some Triple G League sparring session that they did. Didn't throw punches in that either. And now he come up against Canelo in the biggest fight of his life, and he didn't throw punches in that either. His corner did a terrible job motivating him. I know they kept on saying he needs to let his hands go, but they should have given him a couple of slaps in there, roughed him up a little bit, and should have just shook some sense into him. He just, from the moment the first bell went, he just seemed like he was just basically counting the money that he got paid in his head. He was spending his money in his head, and he just didn't want to be in there. All the money that he made, they should make him pay for that wall they're going to build in Mexico, so they don't let him back in Mexico. They should just keep him in the States somewhere, wherever he is. Just stay there. They shouldn't accept him back. Chavez Sr. needs to contact Murray and get a DNA test to figure out if Chavez Jr. really is his son. Because after that performance, I would just disown him because he was a disgrace. Considering this is all about Mexicans and how they're warriors and stuff, it was embarrassing out there. In regards to the GGG promotion, I liked the way that they got GGG in and gave him his own ring walk and stuff like that. I think that was interesting. Again, the language barrier doesn't really make it ideal when they're talking and stuff, but just the way they brought him in there, I think it was pretty cool what they did. It's kind of funny seeing GGG. He was wearing a double-breasted blazer in 2017. I thought that was quite funny as well. Canelo should have checked him though when GGG mentioned about Mexican style. Canelo should have told him that he's a Mexican, so he needs to stop saying that. That's what I would have done if I was in his position. But yeah, I'm off to bed. That's my call.
So you did fall asleep right before when we addressed you.
No, I didn't. I don't know what was happening. I contacted when Ness unmuted me. I was said I'm here, but I just called back in on Skype. I don't know what was going on. But I'm about to.
You know, I know you're going to sleep, but you know you owe me money, right?
For what?
You put my voice on your intro and then clear it.
I'm part of this.
He's Kanye West. Come on.
Clear my voice, brother.
I'm part of the TBV squad, so I don't need any type of clearance at all.
That's right. Tell them, Blackface family. It's like Fast and the Furious right here, dog. We family.
Nah, it's all good. But Triple G is the Mexican. Come September, it's his night.
Yo, let him get his outro.
Outro.
Hurt people with the truth. Don't comfort them with any lies.
I kind of live my life by that motto.
That was one of your best ones in a while, Blackface.
You know what I'm saying? I live my life by that motto, and then they just call me mean. I don't know. Larry, San Francisco. Larry.
Bueller.
Larry. Yo, Enrique actually has that soundbite, but he always dropping the ball. Let's go to
just
Hey.
Oh, I was about to be out on you, Larry. You ready?
Got you, Larry. We got you.
Hey, appreciate that, and big ups to the Boxing Voice. Hey, and big ups to Saul Canelo Alvarez for living the dream and making big money for easy work. That was a glorified sparring session in which he took everything that Chavez gave to him, which was very little, and did his thing and got it done. And now we're off to the mega event we've all been waiting for. I personally wish Triple G had come, stronger into the ring with a more rehearsed trash talk line. But it is what it is. We got the fight we've been looking for, and I'm all fired up about that. Real quick, a lot of people got crowed on the Matthysse because I saw people all over Twitter and on the show saying that Taylor had a shot to win that fight and it didn't quite work out that way. In terms of who his next opponent should be, that's a tough one. I know y'all went through all the names, but it's a rough combination of who's it going to be worth it to fight versus the network thing. So, I'll be definitely interested to see how that all turns out. But I'm not going to talk too long. Viva la Mexico, viva la Canelo GGG, and I'm out.
¿A quién le van? ¿A quién le van? Aquí está su gallo.
Let's go out to Giant Joe King. What up?
Hey, Ness.
How are you, brother?
Hey, not so bad. What's up, Matt? Enrique? Tuesday?
What up?
What up, brother?
What up?
Yeah, just like to elaborate on what I mentioned yesterday on your immediate reaction show when I called in about Chavez Jr. stepping into the great man's shoes. It always appears like the original is going to be better. If you succeed a great man or have a famous parent, you'll have to accomplish double their achievements to outshine them. Chavez didn't really have a choice to who he was born to, but maybe he just didn't have the desire, the heart, the skill, the fire that his father does. The other fights on the card, Lemieux, basic but brutal. Matthysse, always entertaining, stalking, menacing, and a finisher, which is good to see. Looking forward to the Triple G and Canelo fight. To me, Canelo's career moves suggest he's a shrewd businessman. He's measured. His performances are efficient. He wastes little energy. He doesn't rush his work. Only goes for a finish if the opponent looks spent. So in my opinion, this matchup is about composure. We've seen neither Triple G or Canelo lose composure. So in my opinion, that's what we need to see to determine a winner.
Well, Joe. Thank you for calling in, brother. We shall see, man. September cannot get here.
That was a nice break then.
Soon enough. It sure was. Let's go out to Class and Bound in Texas. Class and Bound, they're saying that Texas might be the home of Canelo versus Triple G.
Yeah, if that's the case, it kind of sucks because I'm in Utah right now. This would be the first time I'd ever go to Vegas. So, I mean, like, you know, it's like, oh, man, like, it'd definitely be in Vegas. But now if it goes to Texas, I'm like, dang, I got to go all the way back to Texas just to, well, it'd be a fight worth going for. But yeah, before I start, Canadian Jose, you need to stop being butthurt just because you picked Chavez and you were wrong. Talking to me about some Chocolatito getting robbed in his fight and comparing it to picking Chavez. Get out of here, man. Like, keep those clown opinions to yourself. Like, I have no problem with you, but if you're going to come here and try to, like, get upset with someone, then fine. If you disagree with me, fine, but don't have a bitch fit in the middle of a show. So, like, get over yourself. In terms of the fights, Lucas Matthysse, you know, you guys said, like, Jesse Vargas. What about a Timothy Bradley? Timothy Bradley hasn't been in the ring in a while, and I'd really like to see him maybe get a fight.
We did bring him up.
We said that, and then we said, is the Ruslan Provorkinov affecting him too much for that fight? Is that fight too much for him? Asking you that.
Well, it could be because I wasn't really too impressed with what I saw from Matthysse. Like, he's just not the same fighter for me since that fight, even with this win. Lemieux, you know what? I really want to see what's going to happen after Billy Joe Saunders gets this title fight out of the way. Who is going to be on the undercard? Because you got Billy Joe Saunders, you got Daniel Jacobs, and you got David Lemieux. Who of the three would you like to see to fight each other in the undercard for Canelo Golovkin? Like, which of the three, or which two would you rather see fight?
David
Lemieux Jacobs.
Lemieux Jacobs, yes.
Okay. And then finally, with Canelo Chavez and then the Canelo Golovkin thing, we'll wrap this up with this. Honestly, people calling it a fix, dude, I'm telling you again, Chavez was never anything. It's a fix because Chavez wasn't a contest. Like, it wasn't close.
But you can't call it a fix then. Because that word means so much more.
Exactly. It's not fixed. It's not fixed. It was just not a competition. It was a glorified sparring session. Chavez, I expected to see more from Chavez. Actually use his body punching. Canelo invited him to punch like multiple times. He stood on the ropes for like 30 seconds, and Chavez got hit with one counter punch, and he backed off and refused to throw punches. And I was like, are you kidding me? Like, is this guy even coming here to fight? Or is he that terrified of what's coming back to him? But either way, Canelo Golovkin, we got the fight. That's all I care about. I'm super excited for it. This is the best year of boxing we've had so far, and the year's not even half over yet. So you can expect more for boxing and continue to see the W's roll in. But that's all I've got for you today.
All right, brother. Thanks for calling in. Let's get to, we got KM Star. Matt, there he goes.
Doing?
What's up,
Hello?
brother?
Hey, how you guys doing? Nothing much. So, actually looking forward to the Triple G Canelo fight, and I do hope it's not in Vegas, actually. I think they can seat more people in another venue, and that it's big enough to really pack the house, and I think it'd be fun to go somewhere different if I decide to travel for the fight. Going back to last night's fight, you know, I couldn't help but think this morning, like, wow, if someone said to me that Amir Khan would give Canelo a harder fight than Chavez Jr. a week ago, I would have laughed. I would have said, come on, man, you know, that's ridiculous. What are you saying? But that's actually what happened, isn't it, in retrospect? That's just crazy. I find it really difficult to reconcile the approach of the Chavez Jr. to this whole boxing match, except to, I guess, agree with what other people are saying. I guess he was never anything, or he just came for a check. It's just weird. I mean, you know, what's next for him? I guess retirement. I really like the idea of a Lemieux matchup with actually the Charlo that moved up in weight, or Daniel Jacobs. That sounds like a terrific fight, and great for an undercard if we can get that one done. I'm not as low on Matthysse as it seems so many others are. I think he was off for a while, and he did come back from an eye injury. He probably has a little bit left in the tank. He can probably give us 1 or 2 really good fights. I like a Danny Garcia rematch. I like Bradley. I like a lot of the other matchups that you guys are saying. So, all in all, I mean, it's good to know that there's plenty to look forward to in the future for boxing. Last night really was an epic fail relative to the amount of excitement I had going into the fight. But I mean, we've been there before. So, you never know what you'll get. That's why we tune into the fight. Good night, guys.
Cam Star, thanks for calling in. You know what? I was underwhelmed myself, man. We were over here thinking that our immediate reaction show would get to like 1 million views, and man, it was underwhelming.
It definitely proved that Klitschko Joshua was the biggest fight of the year.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of year though, this has been in a ridiculously insane good year. It's just so good.
Even last night was a good build-up. You know what I'm saying?
No, last night was good. Everything about it. I mean, other than the fact that Canelo didn't really we needed the knockout for this to be what it should have been. But, hey, credit to Chavez, he took them shots, man. He took them shots. Listen, let's go out to Ohio.
Like I know, you should lie low. I used to get it in Ohio.
Yo, Boxing Voice, man. What's up, man? Great weekend. Ness, you might not like saying I told you so, but I love doing that shit, man. I told y'all about Matthysse, man. I'm not sure if Matt remembers, but Matt, when I brought up Matthysse and I was like several callers in a row was trying to play my man like he was shot, he's not the same, yada yada. Like I said, like I called it, he ran through a menu, Taylor. So I'm gonna go ahead and need my coins for that. And then I guess on to the main show, man. The main show, it's pretty much how I expected. Canelo was just, too skilled and was just gonna outclass him. I did think he was gonna get the knockout, but that goes to show how much I don't know if his power is really going to really make Triple G respect him to where Triple G's not going to come forward. The one thing about both of these fighters, neither one of them can fight on the back foot. Both of them go forward. So one of them going to have to give, and it's going to be interesting to see which one's going to give. And Ness, man, and also, well, I guess I say to Matt, I do not see how you did not see how Canelo was carrying Chavez at times. Like a couple of callers ago just said, he was literally on the ropes inviting him in for an exchange. He even said it after the fight. He said he wanted to try to open him up, and he refused to do so. So, I mean, he was obviously in survival mode, man, and it's kind of disappointing. But I don't know, man. I got mixed feelings about Canelo, man. All the names people say he got on his resume, he fights them at perfect times when they're really not at the athletic prime and yada, yada, yada. But, I'm not going to rain on his parade today. But it was a good fight. But I guess before this Triple G fight, I'm still have to go with Canelo, man. That's my early pick.
Wait, do
you
think Triple G?
Yeah, that's my call.
Do you think Triple G rained on his parade last night?
No. Actually, man, I'm glad you brought that up, man. Casual. I like how fucking snippy Canelo is, man. I like when Triple G said good luck on September, he was like, man, good luck's for the mediocre. Man, Canelo has a chip on the shoulder that I love, man. But to me, it's like, I don't know why you really haven't beat a fighter in the athletic prime that was a young bull. Well, I take that back. You beat Lar, and that's the only young lion that you fought. And that was a contested win.
Trout?
So, Trout?
You can't say Trout was past his prime. And Trout was elite junior middleweight.
Trout came off the Cotto win.
Past his prime. Trout was not past his prime.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Call back in next time.
Trout came off the Cotto window.
Hell yeah, that was a good win. I mean, Jersey, talk to us.
What up, I mean?
I mean, must got a night shift job. Marcus in DC.
Yo, what's good, Boxing Voice? Let me take this speaker off. Yo, can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Oh, shit, hold on. This shit on speaker. Hold on. Yo, hello?
We got you.
Yes, Marcus.
Hold on, man. This John on speaker, man. I ain't trying to get so bad about it, man. I got this old janky ass.
He ain't trying to get
Right, here we go. Hey, look. For the last call, look, real quick, for the last caller that just said something about Canelo with Trout. No, Canelo, he did what he did against Trout, but the open scoring, the first 4 rounds, when Trout found out he was down, he changed how he was fighting. He was fucking Canelo up the first 4 rounds. So, yeah, Canelo did what he did to him, but the open scoring let him know how he was doing. Go back to see what Trout's corner said to him when they found out they had him down like 3 rounds to 1 or 4 rounds to nothing against Canelo first 4 rounds when the 5th round came out. That's why he switched that up. But look, check this out. Canelo beat the shit out of Julio Cesar Chavez, exactly like he was supposed to do. But let me just put a couple bones in the air. Boy, ain't this about the 2nd or 3rd fight with somebody in the high Nestor Bernstein that's supposed to have been in the big fight, and the fighter got the dog shit whipped out of them? Oscar De La Hoya against Pacquiao, and now Chavez against Canelo. Is Nacho Bernstein good enough of a trainer you can get one time and get something up out of him? I don't think so.
Apparently not.
Oscar De La Hoya, huh?
Apparently wasn't enough.
If Emmanuel Stewart didn't have more fights with Vladimir Klitschko, shit, Vladimir Klitschko got knocked out his first fight with Emmanuel Stewart. Emmanuel just had more fights to reconcile. Number 2, boxing is a copycat sport. De La Hoya did what Hearn and them did when after the Joshua Molina fight, when they brought Vladimir in and they already had the fight done and announced it. They did the exact same thing with Triple G last night. Peep game. They brought Triple G up. They walked him down. So all this was already known, right? Number 3, man, Lemieux, he fat in the belly. He could probably still stay at 60, but I don't know what his motivation is. He should have knocked the dude out, but after he got the dude in trouble, he just went KO crazy. But he's still a viable candidate. Somebody else said something that was, Joshua, look. Joseph Parker. Joseph Parker can beat the average dude. He does need a couple more fights before he fights Wilder. I don't think he can beat Wilder, but I think he can beat Joshua. I ain't gonna lie to you. Canelo did what he was supposed to do last night. I do see the bruising on his hand. I used to get jumps like that when I used to hit on your ring knuckle, and it could be happening. I think Triple G didn't say nothing slick because maybe the fight's not signed. I'm out. Yeah.
GT Kid in Atlanta. Going once. Victor, the truck driver.
El de Monterrey y el de...
GT, you there?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I was on mute, man. That's my bad. So real quick, man, I got a lot to cover in this 3 minutes. The fight was a shit show, man. I mean, and that's what a lot of people said beforehand. I know MD was real critical of it. And I was too. But it wasn't a real fight. Golden Boy should be ashamed. Canelo should be ashamed. De La Hoya should be ashamed. And it's unfortunate, man. Gets disrespected like that, man. But it is what it is. GGG was the highlight of the show last night for sure. And like I said, 2017 is the year of the Ducker. Danny Garcia already got it. Danny Jacobs got it. Canelo Alvarez is next. And if we get Deontay Wilder to actually fight a live body in 2017 that's his size, then he's going to get it too. So we're going to see what happens. But I'm glad the GGG fight's going to happen. GGG is going to do his thing against Canelo. It's going to be easy work. 6-7 rounds. He's going to knock him out. Scorsese's bugging talking about Canelo is the new James Toney. Man, that's a highly disrespectful statement. James Toney was the truth. I mean, and defensive fighter, offensive fighter. He was slick. Plus, he would taunt you in the ring. I mean, Canelo is nice. He has some skills, but he's not on that level. And GGG is going to expose that. I don't know what Canelo's going to do after that, 160. I don't know. But Matthysse looked good last night. And man, there was something else I wanted to tell you about. Oh yeah, the whole WBC thing. Canelo knew after he fought Cotto that he was supposed to fight GGG, and then he wanted one voluntary, and then he knew when he made that voluntary, he was supposed to fight GGG next. But there's no reason that fight shouldn't have been made after that. And a lot of people criticize GGG for fighting Brooke or fighting Dominic Wade. And I mean, he's been waiting to get Canelo in the ring for, about 2 years now. Before that, he wanted Cotto. Before that, it was Sergio Martinez or Felix Sturm or whoever the hell was ducking at 160. But, it's going to happen though, man. So that's all I got, fellas. Hey, good show. And I'll holler at you guys later.
Lucky for us, GT Kid calls in a lot, so Crow will be served. Victor, you're up.
Yeah. What's up, Nestor? How you doing?
What up?
Hello.
What's going on,
What up,
Victor?
Nas? How you doing, man? Just chilling, man. Just chilling. Long time no talk, man. How you guys doing?
We're good, brother. Did you enjoy the fights last night? You had a fight party over there or what?
I did. I did. I had a fight party, man. I had my dad over here, my brother-in-law. We had a good time, man. But the fight was kind of was a complete dud. But the undercard was good. Jojo Diaz obviously was a favorite. Well, I'm from close by to Fairfield, so Tino Avila was he's one of my boys from over here. So I don't know him, but he's from over here, from Fairfield, California. So I'm close by. But yeah, I knew Jojo Diaz was going to beat him, but he did good though. He put up a good fight. He didn't embarrass himself like Chavez did. See, as far as Lucas Matthysse, he impressed me after coming back such a long layoff, and he did a hell of a job. Good performance against Emmanuel Taylor, which gives everybody trouble, and Matthysse was able to take him out. That was kind of cool. That impressed me a lot. And as far as David Lemieux, I love the way he fought. I thought he put it all together. He was patient. Not everything was a fastball. He learned. I feel like he's learning how to control his speed. And I loved it. I thought it was great. He handled that guy. To me, that was impressive. A lot of people are saying he should have got the knockout, but I thought he outfought him and he did a good job, and I thought he did a great job. But now for the main event, I want to say Chavez. In my point of view, I thought that it just didn't look. He just didn't. I think that he just didn't look right. He didn't. I'm thinking he didn't look right. He had a chance. In the first round when Canelo went into the corner, and when I saw that he backed away from him, I knew that Chavez knew that he just didn't have it in him. He just didn't have, the strength. I guess the weight, had a big factor, which I'm not, only he knows, how he felt, I can't, but I felt like he could have done a lot more. He could have done a lot more, but,
Victor, thanks for calling in, brother. We're going to keep the phone lines moving, man. You're throwing punches after the bell. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, you get 3 minutes to get it off your chest. We're going out from California to Orlando. Jay, what's going on?
Not much, man. I'm good, fellas. All right, man. Hey, one name that you guys didn't mention when you guys were talking about Lucas Matthysse that I think would be a decent fight. I don't think he might win, but it would definitely be a decent fight if he does win. Would be Saddam Ali. Know what you guys think about that?
I would feel bad for Saddam Ali.
I mean, that's really not a big fight, but it's a fight I wouldn't mind watching, but it's like one of those Bill Matthysse type of fights.
It builds Matthysse, but also builds Saddam Ali. It gets him back into the limelight if he wins. Because Saddam Ali was heavily in the limelight. Like, a lot of people, I don't know how many of you guys picked him, but a lot of people picked him versus Jesse Vargas. And he needs to
I'm pretty sure I was one of those guys that picked Saddam Ali over Jesse Vargas. I know that.
Yeah, so he needs a tougher fight, in order to get back into the limelight. When it came to the last night fight, I was not impressed at all. I definitely wanted Canelo to go for the knockout. I definitely saw spots where I wouldn't say the word caring, but he was doing stuff that if he wanted to go for a knockout, he wouldn't have done. He definitely was sitting on the ropes, and he definitely was waiting for Chavez to do something, and I just don't think it was in Chavez. It wasn't in Chavez. Real quick, what Scorsese was talking about when it comes to the emails, I would say this is that what Scorsese was trying to say is, like, say, for instance, if someone says something bad about Felix Diaz, Matt, the first thing you do is you jump on them. The thing with the emails was that no one ever jumped on them. They were rewarded with the information about a lawsuit coming. So if you disagree with somebody, you let them know right away, like, hey, don't say that. But no, it was just like, you didn't say anything.
I understand your point 100%, and I think it's a valid point. But very quickly, there was no information given from Golden Boy to that reporter about the lawsuit. There was no exchange of the lawsuit information. That's not what those emails were about.
Yeah, it
was collusion of the media. That is what that is. That is the biggest thing about those emails, is that it showed a collusion between the promoter and the media that we know exists in boxing media.
Right, exactly. Definitely does. And then what other thing I was gonna say? I mean, that's pretty much all I got, man. That's all I got, man. You guys take it easy. Now go ahead and get out of here.
All right, brother. Well, thanks for calling in. Let me see who we got. Matt.
Yes.
You're alive?
Yes, I'm alive.
I won't deny it.
Dollar D Beyonce Productions.
Come with me. Hail Mary, run quick, see. What do we have here now?
BoxingVoice.com.
Dollar D Beyonce Productions.
Alex Lemon.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna start preaching or what?
Dude, I have to give you the heavenly choir, dude, to that awesome intro.
Hell yeah. Yeah, no, the intro is awesome. Yeah, it's Dollar D Beyonce, man. Hey, man, it's a new era for boxing, man. People say this year, but I say the last couple years. Hey, it's been great. I mean, just look at this Cinco de Mayo weekend. I mean, yeah, the day before his debut on Friday, looked impressive. He was outstanding. I mean, that amateur career showed. I mean, Jose Ramirez improving to 20-0, calling out big names like Julius Indongo, Victor Postal. I mean, that's just going to add to the year, man. Add to the year of boxing that we've already had. Him talking about sparring with Manny Pacquiao, Cotto, Beltran. I mean, he's ready. Then last night we had the Chavez. Now, when Triple G walked out, thank God for that, because that almost made me feel like my $70 was worth it, man. Because before that, I was already thinking refund. It was a dud. Chavez, I don't understand this guy. With all the trash talk, with all that training that he put in, all that focus he had to get inside the ring and then not swing. I mean, to me, that doesn't even make sense. No normal person would do that. If someone's shitting all over you They're standing in the corner. They're not sitting down. They're going against the ropes, and they're letting you punch them. They're shitting all over you, and you're not going to swing back? That didn't make any sense to me on that one. I'm not on that conspiracy shit, though. I just think I think it's all just Chavez. And for him to blame I can't think of his last name right now.
Bearstein.
To blame Nacho on his, Bernstein. I was going to say Bernstein. Bernstein, yeah. To blame him on the game plan, no, I think it was all Chavez. But I do need crow for Emmanuel Taylor. Emmanuel Taylor, yeah, you guys need a RIP his career too. Him and let me eat that with my Tecate that I bought because they were sponsoring the fight, man. I think I hit all the main points I wanted to hit.
You ain't tell nobody to go check out your interview. You gotta tell them go check out your Gabriel Flores recap of the night, man. That was awesome.
Oh man, man, the footage was great. I want to thank Top Rank for that. Yes, definitely. If you haven't checked it out, go to YouTube, check out the videos. You can, even though you weren't there, you'll be able to see the whole Gabriel Flores debut. We have that on the YouTube videos. We have the Jose Ramirez. We have pictures. We have everything on there. If you're not fucking with the ThaBoxingvoice.com, I don't know what you're doing, man. Definitely check us out.
Lemon, man, thanks for calling in. We're going to get to some other people here, brother. We're going to some alumni. You got them all over, man. The show's turning into nothing but alums.
Mr. Info Joe.
Tell them the truth, yo. Tell them the truth.
This portion of the show we call In the
Mr.
Know,
Info Joe.
presented by my brother.
Tell them the truth, yo. Tell them the truth.
Yo, you know it ain't no show without Info Joe. Hit those thumbs up. You're listening to the #1 podcast in the world, The Boxing Voice, pound for pound. Yo, give me that crow for Gamboa. Can I have that crow? Yo, I said when I called in Thursday, if Gamboa didn't run that extra mile or if he underestimated Robin Hood because of his record, he would have problems. This dude is known for upsetting fighters and taking their O's away. I don't know where Gamboa goes from here. It was sad to see him put on his stool like that. All I can say is just damn Gamboa. Matthysse, for the long layoff, he don't look too bad, man. He looked pretty good. His power is still there. I would like to see him fight Collazo, Broner, Granados, Bradley, or Jesse Vargas. Chavez Jr., he shamed his daddy's name. Amir Khan showed more cojones, more balls than Chavez Jr. At least he tried to win. Canelo versus Triple G. I'm just worried about Canelo's power. He hit Chavez with every damn thing. The kitchen sink, the bathtub, in the toilet, and he couldn't knock this man out. That's the only thing I'm worried about with the Triple G fight is this dude's power. Can he keep Triple G off him? And Daniel Jacobs, man, if anybody in Brooklyn or anybody know Daniel Jacobs, go fight Saunders. Tell him to go fight Saunders, kick his ass, get that belt so he'll have some leverage power. He can fight the winner of Triple G versus Canelo. That's my call, brothers. Good show. Hit those thumbs up. Become a Patreon. Peace.
Joe, you already know, brother. Thanks for calling in. 347 New York City. First time calling in?
Yo, Nestor's QB, boy. What's good, man?
QB, what up, man? My producer be slipping, B.
Yeah, what's good?
Blaming the
Yeah, they slipping on they pimping, man. That's
slacking and they macking, man. Slipping and they pimping, slacking and they
you
macking.
Know, you already know.
Yo, me too, though. But what up, QB? How you been?
Yeah, but yo, yeah, man. I'm good, yo. What's up with this crow, though? I got to get the crow. I picked that Chavez. And I picked, you know what I'm saying? I picked Taylor.
Damn, Taylor, too?
Yeah. But you got to understand one thing, man. Canelo, man, he supposed to knock that dude out, man. I don't know if his power gonna hold up against Triple G, because Triple G is a knockout artist. So we don't know if his punches ain't fading Triple G, it's gonna be a long night for him. So you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, it's gonna be a long night for Canelo. He fast though. I didn't know Canelo was that fast like that. Unless, well, he was like Elmo Sanchez said. He looked good with Chavez. But he not gonna look like that with them Triple G. And then Golden Boy and them, they did it right. They did it. But if Canelo only getting $5 million a pop, like how much is Golden?
That's the guaranteed purse. That's not what his final purse is. Just to clarify. That's not pay-per-view. That's not gate. That's not advertisers. That's not sponsors. That's just the guaranteed purse.
Oh, I thought he was at least getting about 10, 12 guaranteed. He got a whole, I mean, look who they pay per view be doing good numbers. They raping him, man. They go in here, Oscar De La Hoya, and he looked like he was all messed up yesterday. But you know what I'm saying? That's all I really wanted to say. I'm listening.
All right, brother. Well, thanks for calling in, QB. All right, now that's more alumni right there.
We got Monster on. You want to go to Monster?
Of course.
I'm a motherfucking monster.
Hey guys, good evening. How's everybody doing?
Good, good. How'd your fight party go?
Oh my God, it wasn't a fight party. It's just, family getting together and drinking and watching the fight, and it was a lot of fun.
Also known as fight party.
Okay, if you want to call it that. No, it was great. It was fun seeing my family. I haven't seen them in a while, so it was really nice to see my uncles. They were all hysterical and laughing. So, good time. But I loved everything about last night. I mean, of course, with a few hiccups, but nothing in life is ever perfect, right? So I don't ask for too much. But I did really, like I said yesterday, I think it was lit. I thought that Triple G enters was hysterical. Everything was just orchestrated perfectly, from the fight to the ending. Everything was just orchestrated. They know exactly what to do. I think we should give Oscar De La Hoya Promoter of the Year for that. So I'm looking forward to September 16th. I'm hoping we can make this a gathering for TBV, maybe appreciation night. Who knows?
We don't have a location.
That would be great.
Monster, we don't have a location. They're saying maybe.
I know, not yet.
No, I'm just trying to tell you they got like 3 different locations right now. They're saying Texas, Vegas, New York. But New York is booked.
I mean,
New York is booked for that date in Madison Square. They already have a concert, so I don't see. I mean, unless they're going Barclays with it.
Yeah, then I have to do Barclays. All right, so let's see what happens and see where the show ends up. But who knows?
You sound so sad, Monster.
Last night, right?
Why do you sound so sad, Monster? You sound so sad. You got Triple G Canelo. Be happy.
What are you talking about? I'm excited. What did I sound sad about?
You came on like, "Hi guys, hi, it's Monster." We had some fights yesterday.
I'm trying to stay cool because yesterday when I was super excited, everybody was saying that I was drunk. So I'm trying to stay super cool because apparently if I'm too happy, I'm drunk. So whatever.
Drunk off love.
About last night. Anyway, about last night, can I get to my point? Really quickly. I'm not even going to touch upon Diaz Jr. and Avila. I thought it was a very lackluster fight. But I am want to jump into Matthysse because I did pick Avila and I did pick Taylor. So, Nas, without any further ado, please, my crows. Do I get two or just one is suffice? Anyways, yeah, man, I was not expecting that from Matthysse. I think I really did not. I thought Matthysse looked really good. Like Info just said, he looked pretty good. I personally would love to see Garcia fight Matthysse again at the 147 pounds. I think that would be interesting to me. But anybody on 147, I think it would be Bradley maybe. I wouldn't mind. Who else at 147? Put him in there with Jesse Vargas. Why not? Jesse Vargas hasn't been fighting at 147 since his fight with Pacquiao. Why not put him in there with Matthysse? So I don't know. I would like to see, but my first take would be Garcia, and make it a rematch at 147. That would be kind of cool. What else? The Reyes versus, really quickly, the Reyes versus Lemieux fight. What did you guys think about that fight? Personally, I became a huge fan of Reyes. And he won 12 rounds with Lemieux, and it looked like the guy had a lot of heart. That automatically won me over. I mean, seriously, it was a fun fight to watch altogether. So I don't know. Reyes, he won me over. And the whole Canelo and Chavez situation, what happened?
No, keep going, Monster.
And the whole Canelo and Chavez situation, you know, I kind of knew that was going to happen. Nestor, I think you brought this up too. I think we kind of all expected this to happen. So it's not really anything. I wasn't really surprised. What really kind of shocked me was the fact that he didn't throw as many punches as I would expect him to. And that kind of made the whole pay-per-view situation kind of like, I don't know. It just kind of looked, or it all looked staged. It really did. To that point, everything looked staged.
You were not expecting that. You were expecting a knockout. Stop playing games. You were expecting Canelo to go in there.
A knockout? Yeah. I told. What was it that I told? I think I told my boyfriend. I expected Canelo late stoppage.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Everything just looked like it was just staged. A lot of people are saying that it's Chavez's weight. I don't think it had anything to do with his weight. I don't know. Maybe not. Everything just looks staged. I don't count anything out anymore when it comes down to boxing. I feel like anything is possible.
So what's your early thoughts right now?
By that amazing.
What are your early thoughts on Golovkin versus Canelo? What are your early thoughts?
What do you mean? Like, what do I expect from the fight?
My immediate thoughts was like, ooh. My immediate thoughts were, ooh, big fight finally here for Canelo. Shit, Triple G might hurt him.
Dude, did you hear me last night? I was completely lit. I was so excited to hear about that. Because a lot of people were saying that this fight was not going to get made until like late 2018. So the fact that we're actually getting it this year in September, that's like a matter of months.
So what were your thoughts?
It's really exciting to just hear the fact that we were all wrong, that it was, that it is happening this year, and we're getting it already. There's a date set. So I'm excited for that. I was super, super excited for it. And I made my pick early already. I'm sticking to Triple G. I might revisit my pick a week before the fight, obviously, but I'm still sticking with Triple G. I still think that both men present kind of some sort of danger with one another. So who knows? Who knows what may happen? All right, that's my call, guys. I love you all. Everybody, thumbs up.
And for the record, we weren't all wrong because I was saying in front of Ness, I was saying, yo, Triple G's next. So we weren't all
Triple G.
You were wrong about the fight, though.
Guys, let me ask you a question. Who do you got? Who do you got in that fight? Triple G or Canelo?
I didn't pick yet.
He obviously has Triple G.
Nah. I'm Latin. I'm Latin. So, no. You know how they say styles to make fights?
Triple G all the way for me.
Coacher helps me pick a lot. So, coachally.
Oh, okay.
And I know why you don't like Canelo, because he beat Cotto.
Triple G.
I am a Triple G fan, though.
I'm picking Triple G. I think, it's done. I already made my pick. I'll revisit it. Trust me, I will revisit it.
Early, man. You don't want to go
picking Triple G
first and think about it, talk, and let the 24/7 ride out. That stuff. Gotta have.
Yep. What about you, Matt? Who do you have? You already have a pick?
Matt doesn't
I got Triple G. I got Triple G.
Matt, early?
Yep. I've been picking a Triple G for this fight for years, and I'm going to stick with Triple G in this one. You know why? Because
I think a lot of
punches. He's going to throw punches, unlike Chavez.
Yeah, we know he's going to throw punches, but it would be surprising if he didn't.
Yeah, he's going to throw.
It would be a surprise if he didn't.
He's going to throw.
Well, all right, Monster.
No, Triple G's going to throw. Triple G's not. All right, guys. Good night.
Next caller.
Dempsey, the ringer.
Ring-a-ling-a-ling.
What up, guys?
What up?
Yo. Hey, man, fucking yeah. So, first thing that I got to say is this, is that I feel bad for all the Mexican fans out there that were duped into actually thinking that Canelo versus Chavez Jr. was going to be a good fight. I said a long time ago, I told those guys, if you watch Chavez Jr. and his style and how he fights, he doesn't bring much to the table other than size. But even his size didn't even do anything. And everyone's all talking about, Chavez didn't throw a lot of punches. Chavez just doesn't throw a lot of punches, period. Man, you watch all his past fights, he's always crouching down. He's always got his hands close to his chin. And then when he decides to throw something, he'll throw something. Even when he fought Andy Lee, he wasn't even throwing that much. I mean, Andy Lee was winning a few rounds in the beginning, and then Chavez started catching up. But the bottom line is this, is that when Chavez when he gets hit, he will not throw back. He won't throw back right away. He won't, And then, the rest of the others. Oh, is that my call?
Nah, that was that was Monster Piece clock still rolling, bro. She had like 3 clocks by mistake. Go ahead.
Oh, okay, cool. On to the rest of it, man. But you know what? And what that pay-per-view event ended up being one long commercial to announce Triple G versus Canelo, man. Because that's exactly what they did in the end, man. Everybody was complaining about the fight not being good, but they made up for it by announcing Canelo versus Triple G at the end. They had the WWE style entrance with people cheering, and Monster was right. We're getting this fight now. We're not getting it 3 years later or 4 years later like we did with Mayweather Pacquiao, and that's a big plus for boxing. That's exactly what we needed right now. In regards to Triple G Canelo, I really don't know which direction to go and who I think will win that fight. I mean, I would probably have to give just a slight edge to Triple G, but, Danny Jacobs gave him some trouble, man, and Canelo ain't no joke. He's no joke, he may not hurt Triple G, but he can maybe keep him, showing respect, possibly. But anyways, that ends my call, and, on to we got Spence Brook coming up soon. That should be a good one.
Dempsey, thanks for calling in, brother. Matt, where we left off at? We got Inner Circle. Talk to me.
Whoa, now what's happening? What's happening? Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
All right, man. Fuck what you talking about. Boxing fans make me sick. Quit the shit on fighters, man, and last to give fighters credit. All y'all shitting on Chavez right now, man, need to shit on yourself for not knowing shit about boxing, dog. Give Canelo his credit, man, for making that shit look easy. Because everybody that was, on the TV shows did not expect that outcome last night. Nobody. So get all that hate out y'all DNA and give Canelo his credit. He the man. The same balls that was picking Chavez are the same balls that's going to, pick Triple G and going to be butthurt again. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to be the same result. Too many dimensions, man, for Triple G to deal with. You know what I'm saying? Unless you got me on record for saying that, Oscar was following the Mayweather blueprint the whole time, man. Now y'all got what y'all want. So let's deal with it. But I got a stack, man, on anybody that want to bet on that Triple G fight. You know what I'm saying? It's inner circle. That's me. So let's get it. I'm out.
Wait, are you betting on Canelo or on Triple G? Who are you taking?
Oh, Canelo. Same way he did Chavez. Gonna be the same result for Triple G. Mark my words.
You mean like by that dominant too? You think he's going to dominate Triple G like that?
Say it again.
You think he's going to dominate Triple G like he dominated Chavez?
I've been saying it since day one.
Okay. I guarantee you somebody's going to bet you for that.
I hope so.
I'll be honest. Hey, I'll be honest. If I had a stack to bet, I would totally bet you on that. I just don't have a stack.
Let's do it. You got my information. I'm a Patreon. So
Yeah, I could do like a $10 bet. That'd be fun.
Sure.
Yo, he said $10. Yo, take it all. Take it all in a circle. You get everybody's $10 bet. You got 1,000.
Check this out. Check this out. I'll upgrade my Patreon. But if I lose, I upgrade my Patreon. If you lose, y'all send me a hat.
Deal. I'll pay for the hat. Deal. 100% deal. I'll pay for the hat. Don't worry about it, Ness. I got it.
Cool.
Deal.
Yo, them hat special order though.
I know. I already got a free hat from Jose, man. I already won that bet. Canadian Jose, if you're listening, call in, brother. You owe me a hat.
What? What for?
He picked Chavez. I picked Canelo.
Oh yeah. No, of course, in a circle. Of course. Let me get to some other calls, bro.
You already know.
No, I know. I got you on Facebook. Don't sweat it. Let's get to Daniel in Houston.
Hey man, what's the deal, yo? Yeah, man, I guess everybody's all happy this fight's being made, so that's all good. But yeah, as far as the undercard goes, I think Matthysse, he'd be good. I think he's probably gonna end up fighting somebody like Bradley or Vargas, but that's gonna be probably on the top rank card, like, on their own thing. So if y'all think he's gonna be on the Canelo undercard, I don't think it's gonna happen if he fights Bradley or Vargas. If he fights on the undercard, so that one guy's probably right. He probably will fight Saddam Ali. David Lemieux, you know, people never mention Andy Lee. I'm pretty sure they get Andy Lee to beat him with David Lemieux. That'd be a good fight. Well, oh yeah, Joseph Parker. I was kind of disappointed that he lost to a guy that got knocked out at the Boxing tournament. I mean, he was used to him that he looked the way he looked, but I understand he is young and he is not the best champ of the heavyweights. So he's probably going to stick with that belt for a while. I don't think he's ever going to fight Wilder. And what else happened? Yeah, Chavez. Yeah, he's an embarrassment. Oh yeah, and I think Canelo did break his hand. Yes, he did break it. Right when Michael Buffer said his name, he told Chepo, he showed his hand to him. He said he's fucked up. So maybe that's a problem. I hope not, but yeah, man. There you go. This weekend, I guess it was cool because of the Triple G thing, but other than that, it wasn't the best boxing weekend, not like last week. That's my call, y'all.
All right, brother. Well, thank you for calling in, man. We're going to go out to Robert Ortiz in Las Vegas. He's actually he wants to be part of this hosting of this next appreciation night for this fight, actually. Triple G Canelo calling in.
Yeah, what's up, everybody? Hey, thanks again to you, Matt, for, well, actually, I haven't been listening to the show, so hopefully you're there, but thanks for...
Oh, don't worry about it, man. Dude, it was my pleasure, man. Anytime you're in LA, hit me up, and we can always hang out.
For sure, man. I actually had a good time there. We watched fights. It was chill. My friends were, they're like, dude, those guys are so cool. They just kept handing me weed and pizza, man. It was awesome. So yeah, but it was chill. I have so many mixed emotions. I'll start with the negative first. Is that it's obviously great. We're getting Triple G, but the word robbery and fixed and things like that have been thrown around the sport of boxing since it started. But this is like the weirdest one I've ever seen. I mean, the promo ready to go, like it was planned. Like, when have you ever seen the loser fighter interviewed before the winning fighter?
I mean, what do you mean it was weird? Anthony Joshua did this with Vladimir Klitschko. Remember? Klitschko was there. Hey guys, you won this fight.
Okay, but there's a difference if, let's say, this happened against like Liam Smith or something. But this fight was billed as a pretty massive event. You know what I mean? And I just wonder, like, I'm not saying Chavez took a dive, but damn, that's pretty crazy. I mean, the promo, he was at the Amir Khan fight, he stepped in the ring, but a promo, a walkout, a whole interview ready to go, like, and this fight was not really billed as like a tune-up fight or just a time filler, or he came back from injury fight. This was viewed as a legit fight, even if Chavez Jr. isn't on his level, just the size alone and the name and the Cinco de Mayo weekend. It was a big event for it to be like just kind of like a commercial. You know what I mean? The whole thing is kind of strange, but that aside, I'm not going to say it was fixed, but damn, if there was ever a case for one, this is it. But that aside, man, yeah, I'm excited for Triple G. And again, if I'm not touring, if I'm home, we can host the awards event in my house. I'm putting it up there in Nest, because that would be like I don't get into boxing as much as I did even a year ago, but the past few fights have been really awesome. With Thurman Garcia was a great fight. Of course, last week's heavyweight fight is the best heavyweight fight we've seen in a long fucking time, before we even all started becoming hardcores. And this fight was whatever, but now we're getting a great fight on paper. No matter what happens, whoever does what in that fight, if they're evenly matched or one guy's dominant, we win, because then it proves someone's great, or that we're going to get a good competitive fight no matter what. So you can't lose with a fight like that, and that's why we wait for events like that. That's why we crave them, and I know it's going to be a big one. I don't know that this one sells above 300,000 views, the one we just watched, but the next one's going to do really well, and it's going to be an event, and it's already started, man, and I'm super stoked for it. And I think Canelo is legit, and I think he has a real shot of beating him. I'm not too sold that he will, but I definitely give him a real chance, and it's going to be real fun to watch. And
Rob, but let's talk badass TBV party. I mean, do you really? I mean, how many are you doing a special limit? Is it like party with the rock star limit only 50 people? Because I mean, the last appreciation I had over 120 people, bro.
Well, I mean, we're gonna have to see what the market calls for an event like that. You got to understand, your fan base is predominantly East Coast, but this fight is way bigger than the last fight that you guys went to. This is gonna, people are gonna be flying in for this. So
I know, that's what I'm saying. It might get even bigger than the last time. Like if we did 120 last time, I want to say a safe number might be like 150, 160 people. Fighters might not be included in that number, I don't think.
Well,
and that's just me being, I don't know, maybe a little projecting more than I should. But I mean, based off the New York one, the last New York one, bro, it was like over 120 for sure. So
this
is a big ass fight.
And people will travel for this fight.
Yeah, this is a big ass fight. Like Danny Thurman was big, but like I don't think that the perception of Danny is the same as the perception of Canelo, is it? What about for you?
Fuck no.
Exactly. Fuck no. Well, there you go.
So I mean, I'm just giving you, I'm just offering a place as a venue, and if it can come to fruition, then we can make it as big or as exclusive, depending on whatever the market dictates. Because You know, I could go either way. We could make it exclusive. It would still be big, but you know, it just depends. Like, I don't know. We might just have to open the doors on this one and let everybody in because it's such a big event and we want everyone to have a good time.
Yeah, but I think intimate is better. Just because this is an important fight.
You can still have it big and be intimate, by the way. Like, that's a possibility.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, but like, there's a range. Like 100 people could be big, but not too big. Like 200 people, 300 people.
Listen, and Rob, I want to thank you obviously for calling. I'm gonna get to some other calls. This is a big jam-packed show. Thanks again. But I'll say this, Hipster. It was very difficult doing all that and having people there. So I think yeah, probably smaller would be better so that everyone can mingle, you know, evenly, I would say. Let's get to Kansas City Mac. Kansas City Mac, are you a ringer?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Kansas City Mac, are you supposed
You said,
to?
am I a ringer?
Yeah, are you supposed to be? Oh, no, this is Virgil Hunter. That's who that is. That's Virgil. What up, Virgil?
Yeah, Kansas. Y'all want to change it there? Hey, what's up, man? What's up, y'all? First and foremost, I just want to always thank y'all for what y'all do, man. It's just give us a platform to talk about this. I just love it. Let me first and foremost, let me start with Canelo and Chavez. I mean, like, like everybody else said, it was eerie. I don't know how to say weird, crazy, fix, whatever you want to say. Get DNA test. It was just eerie, you know. It was just very eerie fight. Like Chavez, like you said, on the ropes. Canelo didn't get the knockout. Just very eerie night. I didn't even catch it live. I came home and I saw y'all live. I don't know whose house y'all was at. Looked like a lovely home, and then like I fell asleep. So I caught it on YouTube. Somebody had recorded it. I caught it late, like 4 o'clock in the morning, and I was just disappointed like everybody else. I'm glad I didn't pay for it. And Canelo versus Triple G. I'm going with Triple G. I'll eat crow all day on that with hot sauce. Like Triple G is going. I think he's going to annihilate him. Golden Boy. I don't know what Golden Boy's doing, man. People talking about these emails. I don't want to get into that either. Maybe some other time. But I think Triple G's going to get that man out of there. It's just he should have went for the knockout. He should have just smothered that man and got him out of there. Shouldn't have been laying on no ropes waiting for him to come to you. It's like they had some type of agreement. I'm not gonna beat you up that bad. We're just gonna get the win. We're gonna get a name under our belts and see you later. It's like, come on, man. What do you like? I don't understand that. It like really made me mad. Like made me upset. It was almost like a Mayweather and Pacquiao. And I want to talk about Wilder. I'm gonna stay on Wilder too. I know this. I don't want to take away from the Canelo, Triple G, and Chavez, but Wilder's gonna go across the pond. He's gonna go to New Zealand. He's gonna go everywhere. These guys take PEDs. They get caught. They scared of this man. If he's so much of an easy fight, just go get him out. Go get his belt. Stop talking all this stuff. Talking about the same rhetoric. It's semantics. Talking about he hasn't fought anybody. Go get his belt if he's just that easy. Go get his belt. Stop talking. And who else I want to talk about? I don't want to hear about David Lemieux. I don't want to hear about that guy. I don't want to hear about him. Triple G got him out. Anybody that Canelo, Triple G, that they didn't took out, I don't want to hear about them. Trout, come on. These guys, no. I want to talk about the best. I'm sorry, I might sound like a casual fan, but I know who these guys are. They're not on my radar to be talked about. Who else? I want to talk about Thurman. I want to talk about Porter. So many people, like I said, I don't want to take away from Canelo and Chavez. Canelo did his thing. He got his win, but it was an eerie fight. So I hope he brings it better. Put on a little extra weight. I don't know what's in the contract, hydration costs, whatever, catch weight. I don't know what they're going to do. But my money's on Triple G. And that guy that said he wanted to bet a stack, I kind of want to bet that, but I want some attire. I want like a hat, a T-shirt from y'all. So I want to get into that bet. That would be nice. So I'm pretty much done with that. And you guys have a great night. And shout out to the Boxing Voice. I love what y'all do. I'm out.
Peace out, Kansas City Mac. Thank you for all you guys do.
Thank you, brother, for calling in.
Dude, this next caller has one of the best intros in the game. Just saying.
I want to really quick remind everyone the call in number, which is actually going to get very important. I guess there's no way around it, right? But like the way that I guess Bill Maher and even Fight Game have overtime, TBV will be doing its own version of overtime. So the call-in number is always important because that is the way that the non-Patreon members can still participate in that overtime show by calling in 1-425-569-5241. Remember that because that will be the number that you use now and in the future. So we're going to go out to one of Matt's favorite intros and get his take on the fight.
Thank God that niggas seen another day.
That's good, Boxing Voice, and thanks, Matt. Appreciate that, man.
Dude, such a fire intro, man. That and Alex Lemon's intro are the two best intros in the game right now.
Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate it. But this fight, this Chavez-Canelo fight, it reminded me a lot of Pacquiao versus De La Hoya. And unfortunately for Nacho, he was in the corner of both of those fights because, Canelo was just peppering him just like Pacquiao was peppering De La Hoya, and they both couldn't get off. They were both just standing there just getting beat up. So I was starting to feel a little bad for Chavez, even though he brought it on himself, but it just didn't look right, man, for him to just take all that punishment. But to Lemieux, I wasn't mad that he didn't get him out of there because, in my opinion, it looked like he was trying, man. He was hitting with some mean hooks, but Reyes just wasn't going anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he could have tried a little bit more, but I don't know, man. I thought he tried to get Reyes out of there, and it didn't work. But I'll say this about Lemieux. I think if Lemieux doesn't fight Aleem or Danny Jacobs next, I think he should move up to 168 for at least one fight because I think that most likely he's going to be on the Canelo Triple G undercard. And I would like to see him fight a guy like Arthur Abraham, or maybe a George Groves or one of the Durrell brothers. I think those would be good fights for him. And if he wants to come back down to 60, go back down to 60. For Lucas Matthysse, I like all the fights that you guys said. I'm down with all those. But the number one fight I want to see Matthysse in next is with Adrian Broner. I just find that fight very, very interesting. And, this is a chance for Broner to try to beat one of the Argentine fighters. You know what I'm saying? But that's the fight I really, really like. As soon as he beat, and plus him and Taylor, that's a mutual opponent. So I think that would be a good fight. That's the fight I want to see next with Matthysse is Broner. And that's my call, Boxing Voice. Hit them like buttons because they here for us, y'all. Voice of the people. All right, y'all.
Ali, thanks for calling in, brother. Man, I was starting to think that this guy didn't call in. Santiago, what's up?
Hey guys, what's up? The power went out where I live, so right now I'm siphoning off energy from my laptop to my phone just to get on the call. But obviously, let's get to the topics at hand. Honestly, most of us, when we were watching the fight at Matt's house, we also pretty dejected when the fight was over. It was a pretty, sullen crowd, and we needed that. We needed that pick me up in the promo hype because we all got into it. Even my mom did, and honestly, we got a lot to look forward to. We got September regardless of where the fight is, everybody will be there at the TBV Appreciation Night. I believe that. And it should be a good fight. You know, the styles mesh well. I think that Canelo has a counterpunching ability to give a guy like Triple G issues in the ring. But at the same time, I'm going to be with Matt and Matthysse on this, and I am going to still be fighting with Triple G for this win. I haven't changed my pick since the fight was first hypothesized, and it's going to stick to the very bitter end. Believe it. On to the co-main event, David Lemieux versus Marco Reyes. David Lemieux looked good, although obviously it seems like he's done at middleweight. It looks like wherever his next fight is probably going to be at super middleweight. And it'll be interesting to see who he decides to take on, because honestly, that Danny Jacobs fight seemed very attractive for Lemieux, but I don't know if they would do it at a catch weight. So we'll see where David Lemieux goes from here. And also, you guys got to give me crow for the Yuri Ortiz Gamboa. I should have known better than to pick against Robin Hood, man. He went in there and he stole a freaking win from Gamboa. So I happily eat my crow regardless of what happened, because Castellanos look good, and it should be interesting to see who decides to fight at 135 or 130. I don't really have much else to say. You know, we've got a lot to look forward to. Any questions you guys want to ask me regarding any of the topics at hand, feel free to ask. Otherwise, that's my call.
All right, brother. Well, thanks for calling in. Make sure you stay on the line, Santiago, so that you could join us on TBV overtime after 10 o'clock. So once it gets dark, put the women and children to bed. Stay on this number. We'll be talking more boxing and, luckily for the hipster, other topics.
And very quickly, just so you guys understand, the listeners, Blog Talk will officially stop accepting new callers in about 20 minutes. So if you leave and try to come back after 20 minutes to be on the overtime show, the exclusive first inaugural show of it on Patreon, you're going to miss it. You won't be able to call in. So make sure you're on the line now, just to let you guys know.
Yeah, especially if you're not a Patreon, right? That's the way to get in. Absolutely free. So, where did we go? Where did we leave off? Noel. Wrong season. Noel from Oxnard. What's going on, brother?
What's up, man? You guys know we've been talking on Twitter. Come on. You guys got to eat that crow. Let's go for that Matthysse fight. Come on, let's get it.
Not me. Don't look at me, Noel. Do not look at me. I picked Matthysse.
I ate my crow, and what do you need? You need me to eat a person?
Did Casual pick Matthysse or Taylor?
I picked Taylor.
The casual, not you. The casual.
I'm on the show.
I think it was Steven.
Taylor.
Yeah.
Maybe Matt didn't, but
no,
everybody else did. Let's go. Let's get another crow.
Let's get another crow.
All right. I mean, it's only me and Matt.
I love it. There we go. Beautiful. Anyways, let's go. Canelo Chavez. Okay. First of all, they fucking hate each other, right? This fucking rivalry has been going on since they were little, right? A lot younger fighters. And people are like, especially the Chavez fans, they're like, oh, yeah, Chavez is going to knock this fool out. Like, and then as soon as they get disappointed, they're going to be like, well, Canelo shouldn't have fought him anyways. Like, like Chavez ain't shit. Like, get the fuck out of here. Fucking eat your words, you know what I mean? Come on, man. Stick with your fucking guns. Eat that fucking crow. Another fucking thing. I'm glad that there's a bunch of, Canelo fans, or not even fans, just people just recognizing. They're calling into the show. They're recognizing now that, pretty late in, not even the prime of Canelo's career, are actually, just fucking recognizing his talent. They're like, hey, man, got to give the guy credit. So for real, after all of his other fights, he's only 26 years old. Got to give the man fucking credit. And you know what? He's going to handle business right there with the Triple G come September. And you know what? Oscar said last year. Last year, who the fuck knew who Triple G was? Casual fans didn't, for sure. Everyone knows who the fuck Canelo is. And, saying that Canelo's running, come on, man. Let's get real. Oscar had a plan. Said,
You know, let Triple G keep handling business. Let his name grow. And September next year, we're gonna make that shit happen. And damn, man, at the end of that fucking fight, that was like, you know, like everyone's been saying, like WWE shit. I even said on Twitter, you can see it 5 days ago on my fucking account. I said, watch, that was my bold prediction. Oscar said, you know, he brings out the contract, calls out Tom Loeffler and Triple G, but it was even better. They already fucking made the deal days before. Triple G fucking flew out that night so that, you know, he didn't spill the beans with, you know, his old, you know, you never know. And you know what? Oscar delivered. Canelo delivered. It's fucking going down, man. It's great for boxing. Last night was great for boxing.
Noel, thank you for calling in, brother. Remember to stay on the line so you could join us on TBV Overtime. Brad in Bakersfield, talk to us.
Hey, congratulations on that performance. You know, that Spanish soap opera last night, they did a great job of selling it, man. It turned out to be a little bit bogus on Chavez Jr. So, I think everybody pretty much touched on that. I don't have to. But let me ask you guys a question. But before I ask you that question, let me eat my first serving of crow because I'm kind of hungry for that Emmanuel Keller. Okay, and that didn't taste good. But anyway, no, let's look through. I got a question. Would Triple G have let Chavez Jr. go to decision?
No. No. I don't think so.
That was everybody?
Well, I don't know where Nessa is or Enrique, so it's just me right now. What up, Blind Man Brad?
I'm here. Does Triple G let him what?
Does Triple G let Chavez go decision if he fought Chavez last night?
Nah, Triple G got that punishing power, man.
My bad, Ness. I know you're busy right now setting up that overtime. Can I just call back for that overtime, or how does that work, man?
Stay on.
Yeah, when we hang up, when we mute you again, Blind Man Brad, just stay on the line, okay?
Yeah, but you're also a patron anyway. You're good.
Yeah.
You should be able to get in. But let me get to some other callers,
no
Brad.
problem, yeah.
Are you all done?
All right.
All right. Let's see here.
Man.
I
Poor
know.
Poor guy.
You know.
I'm so I know we're gonna. I don't want to bag on him too hard in this call, but I kind of do. I kind of want to. It's bad. I'm an awful human being.
No, I understand what you're saying totally, man. But at the same time, I don't know whether to go with the or
definitely this.
I just don't know where to start. But without further ado,
JD, motherfucker.
There's a lot of things I like to move, so just try to get on my games on box, man. I don't know why they gonna call me, but I'm a 54 pounder. But I have a brother that's at 160.
Yo, start me off with the crow. How about that? Yo, man. Shout out to Scorsese. Shout out to Alex. They told me he was done, you know, and I didn't want to believe it, but you know, Gamboa officially is done. Oh man. But
how you doing, JD? I mean, are you okay?
Man, shout
Are you okay mentally, emotionally?
Friday, man. Listen, I took it hard Friday. It was sad to watch that, man. It really was. But you know, I got over it, you know, got prepared for Saturday, and you know, I expected Chavez to go all out at some point in the fight and just, you know, let it all go, but he never did.
horrible show by him. R.I.P. to his career, and R.I.P. to Gamboa's career. You know, who else we got? Matthysse,
Lemieux, and Parker.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, Emmanuel Taylor. I don't know. Do you give Matthysse like credit for that, or?
I mean, you have to, right?
I don't know how to take that fight. You know, I need.
Yeah, but you got to give him credit. Both he and Taylor were both moving up, so regardless, it's a fair fight.
I give him credit for the fight, but it's obviously not the level of a win that like the Lamont Peterson win was. Like, it's not that level of win, but it's still a credible win.
I mean, Broner got credit for it.
I guess but see, I didn't even really give Broner credit. I just don't look at Emmanuel Taylor as a top notch fighter. You know, he's like a D+ fighter, I guess. But you know, I guess he got back on the winning side, so I give him credit. But one more, David Lemieux. Man, that dude be throwing his punches like he be having flashes where he looking like fucking baby Tyson in there. Shout out to Reyes, man, because that dude took some fucking shots, man. I'm surprised how he that dude should have been down. But Chavez Jr. real quick, Triple G would have stopped him in like 4 or 5 rounds. I hope that fight comes to Dallas or Houston, right there at the Minute Maid where Canelo fought Kirkwood. I mean, I said Kirkwood, fucking Kirkland. That's how irrelevant he is. Kirkland. And it was packed in there when he came to Houston and fought Kirkland. But I want to see that fight come to Texas. And yeah, man, that's about it, man. Shout out to Gamboa and his fucking career, man. He God damn it, man. It was sad to watch, but that's all I got.
Damn, JD. Sucks, man. Sucks. Listen, let's go out to some alumni.
I told y'all a long time ago that Kirkland will go down 3 rounds.
Strap me up. Who's next? I got milk, baby.
What it is, TBV?
Milkman, what's up?
Hey, man, first of all, where is Matt at?
He right here somewhere hiding.
All right, Matt, when you talk about one of the best intros in the game, ain't no motherfucking way you could talk about that shit and not talk about Milkman. Yeah.
Milkman, I actually did mention you in the live chat. Hold on, Milkman. I gave you props. I said Milkman's, Georgie Porgy's, like those guys. You guys are like the Jay-Z's, the Nas. You guys are so Hall of Fame in terms of your intros that you're in another category. You guys don't have to compete for the best intro right now. You got the Kendricks, the J. Coles, and the Drakes, and the Joey Badasses battling it out right now. You get what I'm saying?
Okay, man. Okay, I thought you had no love for the West Coast, man.
Nah, don't worry about it, Milkman. You guys are you're in another category. Don't worry about it, Milkman. You're in another category of intros.
Okay. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate that. All right, so the fights. I thought Chavez was gonna do a little bit better. I said it was gonna be 8 rounds to 4. Shit, I never expected it to be 12 rounds to 9. That's what they call a fucking shutout. Do I think he took a dive? No. He threw about the same amount of punches as he always does in the 300 range. What it was is every time he threw a fucking jab, Canelo would pepper his ass with 3 shots. And he said, fuck that. But here's the thing. Now let's think about it. Now I don't think it had much to do with it. But let's talk about the weight, okay? Can we talk about the weight? Okay.
what I have been pondering and reflecting on is whenever a guy has to drop down below his normal weight, unless that dude is like really special, he usually fucking loses. We can think about Dawson and Ward. We can think about Pac and De La Hoya. We can think about we can even think about Canelo when he fought Floyd. You know, most of the time when that larger dude has to drop down, if he ain't the shit, I mean really the shit, most of the time he's gonna come out on the short end of the stick. So I think that's just what we saw, man. I think we just saw a really, 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 really good smaller dude to beat an okay bigger dude. He was, you know, and he was probably a little weak from cutting down to the weight anyway. But can we talk about the theatrics after the fight? That's what I like to see, man. That shit reminded me of my childhood, watching WWF. GGG walking down the aisle, getting into the ring. Don't you just love that? Don't you love that? That's how you build fights, man. We need drama. We need theatrics. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we need more of that shit, man. That's how you get people excited, man. Something to talk about. And that shit is like Super Bowl t-shirts, man. Before the Super Bowl is even won, they just go ahead and print all them shits off. So that's why I don't think it was a dive. I think Oscar and them were just like, fuck it. Let's just do this shit, and if he wins, great. If not, then fuck it, we'll go to plan B, whatever plan B would have been. So, yeah, I'm excited about Triple G Canelo. I don't have a pick just yet. I got to think about it, and I'm going to get back to y'all on it. I'm going to look into my crystal ball, you did? But that's my call, man. That's all I got. I'm out.
Peace. All right, Milkman. Hey, Milkman, make sure you stay on for TBV Overtime because we got about 8 minutes left on the live feed, and that will be the end of the show. We're going to go out to West Africa to take our last caller for tonight.
Yo, what up, Ness? I just came back from a good workout, and I'm really pumped, and I'm pissed. How people going to hate on Canelo, man? This is bullshit. And the kid put on a masterpiece. If you want to blame somebody, blame Julio Cesar Chavez. It's like Mayweather against Pacquiao. Everybody's blaming Mayweather. Mayweather did what he was supposed to do. It was Pacquiao who was supposed to beat him, who was to bring the fight to him. He didn't deliver. So you should blame Pacquiao, blame Julio Cesar Chavez. Canelo, that was a beautiful thing to watch, what he was doing, man. The shot selections, the defense, laying against the rope. I mean, he was the total package. Now, as far as the announcement, people saying that it was rigged, it was fixed. First of all, I don't think Julio Cesar Chavez took a dive. That was a civil war, you know. It was pride, it was his name. So I don't think he's going to take a dive for $6 million. Otherwise, we would have known about it. But people saying that it was fixed, that's bullshit. That's just ridiculous. They probably had two options. Had Canelo lost, they would have gone for the rematch. But then again, you know, they believed in their fighter. You know, they expected him to win. So why not, you know, bring Triple G and start promoting the fight right away? So I don't understand why people are hating on Canelo, talking about the callers, talking about, and even Matt talking about Triple G would have stopped him in 4 rounds. I say Canelo would have stopped Kell Brook without taking any punishment, without taking that uppercut or letting him have a good round. So that's bullshit. You cannot compare what's not comparable, you know. Come September 16th, you're going to see who Canelo is. That kid is good for boxing. He has the looks, he has the charisma. So what? He's a little bit arrogant. So what? Everybody is arrogant. Even the panelists are arrogant. So come on, man. You hear no critics about Canelo. Canelo is good for boxing. Anthony Joshua is good for boxing. Deontay Wilder is good for boxing. Let's see what happens between Spence and Brook. Then people are good for boxing. Nobody forced you to buy the pay-per-view. You bought it because you thought Chavez had a chance. Otherwise, you would have not bought it. So stop. I don't like people bitching about that shit, man. I'm sorry. I'm getting a little bit, you know, pissed off. But that's my call.
Muhammad, thanks for calling in, brother. Well, that's it, man. We finally got through this one. Another show down. Another great night of boxing. I guess I can't call. I mean,
and for all those listening right now, do not leave if you're on the queue. If you've called in, do not leave.
No. If they want, they can
If
definitely
you want to leave. If you want to leave, you can.
We're definitely gonna go in another direction. We've given you 3 hours of boxing talk, so if you're interested to get a, I guess, teaser free version of what we're gonna do, stay around, and if you're a Patreon, we got another chat getting ready to fire it up for you guys.
I'm already in it. Go to that YouTube live chat if you're on Patreon. Links right there in the comment description of the video.
There you go. And yeah, man, we're gonna talk all other stuff. I mean, we just talk boxing. We might still talk some boxing. Who knows? We might talk TBV appreciation night, right? We might talk
no topics, nothing planned.
Nothing planned, Shit, I got a couple of movies I want to talk about too. I went to see Guardians of the Galaxy 2 with my daughter today.
Oh, I can't wait to chop it up.
Yep. Got some new buds. So there's plenty of stuff to chop up, you know what I'm saying? But I guess final thoughts are I echo everything that my West African brother said. Canelo's good for boxing. Triple G versus Canelo is good for boxing. Oscar, he changed everyone's opinion of him and Canelo by having this fight done this year, because we all know this could have been drug out to 2018 September. Easy.
We all thought it was going to be. That's the thing.
Yeah, we had it.
We all sort of accepted it as that being the reality.
Exactly. We prepared it in our mind, so it didn't matter. But yeah, Canelo looked amazing. I just don't know how much of that is Canelo or Chavez not being on this particular level. Christian, the magician, meet us in there, brother, and we'll talk all about it. I want to hear about that one. Yeah. So I guess I'm ready to see Canelo now versus the boogeyman, versus the guy that everyone says is supposed to beat him, because I don't know who's lying at this point, man. I don't know if Canelo's carrying, is Triple G carrying, are they both vulnerable? But versus each other, those questions will be answers. Versus other people, we'll never know, because we'll always have that lie that we want to make for our fan, for our favorite. Oh no, Triple G's carrying, guys. He's taking shots to the face because he needs Canelo to want to sign the fight.
And then we see Triple G Jacobs, and that perception a little bit.
Seconds. Well, there you go. That is the call. They are telling us to get off. But yeah, I mean, and there's people that are saying no way. He's got no power, Canelo. He couldn't take out Chavez, but you heard today that people think he did carry Chavez. He was on the ropes, egging Chavez on, telling him hit me, So maybe they're both doing what we think they are. Maybe they're not. But September 16th, it'll finally be answered. We don't have to use barometers or anything like that. We only got 60 seconds. Let me leave Matt some time here. My name is Nestor Gibbs. Find me on Instagram and Twitter at NestGTO. You're listening to this on the Future, Present, Past. Hit that thumbs up button. Helps with the visibility of the show.
And I am Matt the Hipster, the co-host, producer. You can find me at Mixed Combat News on Twitter and Matt Hunter TBV on Instagram, and my MMA podcast, Mixed Combat Radios, on Patreon, SoundCloud, YouTube, iTunes, etc. Peace. Check us out. TBV Overtime on Patreon.com. You guys should love it. It's going to be great. Can't wait to chop it up.
Cash Weezy, you there?
Nah.
No goodbyes for Cash.
Sleeping in his chair right now.
Yeah, no goodbyes for Casual. So on that note, I guess let's